safety slash flood. You should monitor later forecast and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action if flooding develops. Here are the latest weather conditions at 11 a.m. In Mina, the temperature was 70 degrees. In Rockland, skies were cloudy. The temperature was 71 degrees. At the Queen, fog was reported. The temperature was 70 degrees. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Portions of central Arkansas, eastern Arkansas, southeast Arkansas, and southwest Arkansas, including the following counties: in central Arkansas, Faulkner, Garland, Grant, Lone Oak, Prairie, Pulaski, Saline, and White. Eastern Arkansas, Jackson, Monroe, and Woodruff. In southeast Arkansas, Bradley, Cleveland, Union, Drew, Jefferson, and Lincoln. In southwest Arkansas, Calhoun, Clark, Dallas, Hot Springs, Washita, and Pike. Through late tonight, excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and smog-prone locations. Additional details: widespread rain and thunderstorms are expected to develop and move across the watch area. 2 to 3 inches of rain is expected, along with notably higher amounts, which could lead to flash flooding. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. Flooding caused by
Alrighty, my friends, what is going on, everybody? And welcome back to another live stream here for today. We got ourselves some coverage in regarding to this severe weather event that is set to kick off here for today. We are actually in for quite a day, my friends, because we already have ourselves a few storms already starting to fire off, actually a bit earlier than what we actually were talking about yesterday. Storms are already wanting to go ahead and get their move on. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get right on into this, my friends. Once again, I hope everyone is doing all right here. We have, as mentioned before, a lot of stuff to talk about here. Still no upgrade, actually. We are still in the enhanced risk here for today, but the enhanced risk has grown a lot compared to yesterday's live stream we did, where we gave you guys an update in regarding to a pre-event live stream. Now this is the actual coverage because the storms are already starting to actually fire off across the country. We actually do have ourselves our first severe thunderstorm warning of the day across portions here of Arkansas. Good time to go live here right at 1 o'clock. Basically, directly southeast of Little Rock, Arkansas, we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that expires here in 41 minutes. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, so we can obviously expect maybe some wind gusts up to 60 for areas here towards Gilead, towards DeWitt here, St. Charles as well. So we are indeed watching this here. Pretty nasty storm. You can kind of see some of these areas here, where we have this pinkish purple color. That is the grounds where we are seeing maybe some small hail out of this. Honestly, maybe some hail across the region we're going to be watching out for. Let's see here. Proxy with a $25 super chat. Proxy, thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciated. Saying great to be here. Let's get the forecasting. Absolutely, Proxy. Well, thank you so much for that. Caden says, hi, Andrew. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Jonathan says, here I am. What's up? Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have everybody here for today. Obviously, please stay safe out there. Make sure you guys are ready to go in case if there is a warning that's issued for you. Because obviously we want you guys to be prepared for today. But right now we just have the one severe thunderstorm warning in effect, and that's across portions here of Arkansas, basically right here towards the region southeast of Little Rock. Honestly, we'll go ahead and measure this actually, because I can actually have a tool here that measures things. So from Little Rock, this thing is roughly about 55 to 60 miles away. From Little Rock to the southeast here. It's where the edge of that is at. But yeah, that is what we are actively seeing. You guys can see the little warning thing here. You can see there. Once again, Proxy, big shout out goes to you. Thank you so much for supporting us. But right now, like I said, this is for areas of Gilead, St. Charles, DeWitt, Indian Bay, Ethel, DeLucy. Let's see here for portions of Crockett's Bluff and Lawrenceville. So those areas are under a severe thunderstorm warning basically until 1:45 Eastern, which this is in the central time zone, so this will be in effect here until 12:45. So we have a little bit to go here on this one. This is a relatively freshly issued warning here. Like I said, it's actually our first one here of the day. The first one here also in the live stream. So we're going to have to watch these because this is expected to grow quite a bit. Basically, by later on. So every single hour from here on out, things are going to be getting a little bit more worse. And like I said, we actually do have ourselves a pretty big risk here for today regarding tornadoes. Not just tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds, and even flooding. Flooding is going to be a big concern here as well. So I tell you what, we're going to go ahead and switch on over here, my friends, to the Storm Prediction Center. We have ourselves that enhanced risk we were talking about here. Severe threat level 3 out of 5. So basically, like I said, there's a scale from 1 to 10. So basically, 1 to 5. Where I got the extra 5 from. But basically 1 to 5. So you have your marginal risk here, which is the lowest threat for severe weather. That's across the light green area. The dark green area. So that's across the regions where a few isolated, kind of a few spread out severe thunderstorms could be possible. As far north as portions of northern Missouri. Then we have ourselves our second level. This is severe threat level 2 out of 5, or we would call this slight risk. This is where things get a little bit more serious. So across the yellow, that's basically where we can expect more thunderstorms, more closer together, perhaps more overall storms, as well as maybe a little bit more stronger storms could be possible across these areas here in the yellow. Like I said, kind of more likely getting towards severe. Then, of course, we have ourselves the big threat for today, which is the big enhanced risk, is severe threat level 3 out of 5. Now, this is the zone where multiple severe storms is going to be possible. With most of the storms to happen, at least quite a few of them will become severe across the regions. And like I said, there is a big concern regarding today's risk here. So, like I said, if you are across the yellow and especially the orange, or if you're across the dark green, the yellow, and especially the orange, seriously, you got to be watching the weather for today. This is kind of the bullseye area here across Arkansas. Pretty much the entire state is here inside of this enhanced risk, which that's a pretty big risk here regarding severe weather. So we're going to have to watch out for that. Also extending into portions of western Tennessee now. That's actually something new compared here to yesterday. Yesterday we did not have that enhanced risk for portions of western Tennessee, but we do now. Yeah, that we do actually have right now is that enhanced risk here pushed a little bit further eastward, as I kind of thought it probably would. Also northeastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana, and southeastern Oklahoma also included here inside of the enhanced risk. Once again, that's kind of the bullseye for today. So when we take a look here at the tornado threat, we have ourselves a pretty big deal going on here. We have ourselves a 10% hatch, or a 10% significant risk. What that typically means is that we have a big chance for some potential large tornadoes across the areas here in yellow. And you can kind of see these little dashed lines. That's saying that these storms these tornadoes, if they happen, could potentially be EF2 to EF5. So obviously there could be some large tornadoes here for today across the areas in yellow. 5% probability across the brown, 2% probability across the green. But that is the areas here. For any of these shades, you have the possibility of maybe seeing a few isolated tornadoes nearby. So watch out for that. Let's see, Crystal Miller with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much there, Crystal. Big shout out goes to you. Thank you absolutely so much for supporting the channel. Definitely a big shout out goes to you. Same thing for you, Proxy. Thank you guys. Crystal and Proxy, you guys absolutely rock. But like I was saying, the big tornado potential here exists across portions here of the yellow. I'm a little concerned for areas here in the yellow. That's that enhanced risk we were talking about. Like I said, a few of those tornadoes could actually get pretty large, which is definitely a little bit concerning here. So 10% chance of overall formation, 10% chance of having a tornado every 25 miles. It repeats every 25 miles. So overall, there's a pretty decent chance that we actually could see, some tornadoes today. It's actually a pretty decent chance here. Let's see here. Proxy says, Andrew, why are the storms happening? Are we still in second spring? Are the transitions still going to, despite the weather season or the winter season? So we are having a little bit of a shot here. I'll go ahead and show you what we're talking about here. So basically what is going on right now, we just have this low pressure system, right? Whole bunch of moisture kicked in across the west here over the last few days. Caused a low pressure system to develop across portions of the central country, tracking up northeast. And this is actually pulling up a lot of warm air here from the Gulf of Mexico. Obviously where there's more direct sunlight, there's a lot of water vapor reserved across the areas here of the Gulf of Mexico, and all of that is pushing inland and reacting with the cold air that's actually being brought down here from the north. So that's just how a typical low pressure system works here. So yeah, that's the reason why we are seeing this, just because a pretty strong low pressure system is developed across those regions there. And so Are we still in quote-unquote second spring? Not necessarily. Typically, fall is considered quote-unquote second spring. We're just kind of in a, I wouldn't say really rare, but a rare occasion of where we can have severe weather events during early months of winter. Absolutely. Let's see here. How close is the 10% to Baxter and Marion counties in Arkansas? I'm not exactly sure there, Dusty, where those areas. We really can't look at those right now. But you should know exactly where you are. If you're in the orange here, here's the state of Arkansas. You should know where you are in the map. I tell you what, the chances of you being inside of that 10% risk here is actually quite high because pretty much the entire state of Arkansas is in the 10% risk here, which is definitely a bit concerning there. But we're definitely just going to have to watch out for that here. Let's see. Crazy Girl says, hello from Gilmer. I had a hard time saying that one. Gilmer, Texas. I'm in the enhanced area. We'll obviously stay safe. Yeah, so portions of northeastern Texas is inside of the enhanced risk area. Once again, that's the biggest threat here for today is across the orange. So if you know anyone across the areas in the orange, make sure you give them an extra heads up here regarding today's weather because things will get pretty interesting. But anyways, guys, so we have a little update here for y'all. We still have ourselves our first severe thunderstorm warning of the day across portions here of east central Arkansas, just southeast here of Little Rock. We measured it about 55 to 60 miles away from Little Rock from the center. This is for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail being possible. So areas this does include portions as well is here towards Gillett, towards St. Charles, DeWitt, Indian Bay, Ethel, DeLucy, areas here of Crockett's Bluff, and Lawrenceville. So those areas here are inside of the severe thunderstorm warning and is expected to potentially have some impacts regarding 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So what the winds could get up to might be around 60 miles an hour. So if you have anything loose outside, it'd be recommended to run outside real quick and bring it back in. Obviously, don't put yourself in harm's way at all, but just if you have anything loose outside, it'd be recommended to bring that stuff inside because you don't want that stuff going airborne. First of all, you don't want to lose your property, but second of all, it could be a hazard, having flying debris outside. So definitely want to watch out for that and bring it inside if possible. Also, the chance for some small hail, potentially up to quarter size, which is right there on the boundary of severity. You can kind of see how some of these areas here are kind of in the pinkish purples color, and obviously some of the blues starting to pop up. That is showing us that we might have ourselves a little bit of hail that is currently occurring across some of these regions here. So, with that being said, damaging wind gusts as well as quarter-size hail could be possible out of this here. So, we switch over here to the velocity scan. Basically, this is what we use to detect rotation. It does not appear that there's any rotation going on out of any of these storms, which is good. Obviously, that's kind of the big concern today is tornadoes, but I can tell you right now, it does not appear that there is any rotation or any tornadic activity that is occurring inside of this severe thunderstorm. So that's definitely some good news, but we'll just definitely keep an eye on it. Like I said, these storms are just now really starting to fire off here. So obviously things can, change here very, very sporadically. Let's see here. Do I think Tulsa, Oklahoma will get in the enhanced risk? So areas here towards, Tulsa, obviously Tulsa being northeast, I really don't think that is going to be an enhanced risk. I think that where the enhanced risk is now is where it's most likely going to stay for the most part. I think you're just going to be stuck there in the slight risk, that level 2 out of 5. But regardless of what severity level you're in, there is overall the word is that there is a threat for severe weather. You are in that 2% zone there, which is obviously, for tornadoes there. So an isolated chance, there's a possibility of a weak, brief tornado that could happen nearby, mostly just east of Tulsa is where the bigger risk is at. When it comes to hail, actually hail's a pretty decent concern here. 15% risk here, and damaging winds also kind of right there at the 15% zone. So yeah, regardless, you still are you are still in that slight risk, which is still a pretty decent deal in which you definitely still need to monitor this. Absolutely. Let's see here. Looks like I came home from Alabama just in time. So yeah, Alabama, not for today, but for tomorrow, there's actually another enhanced risk. I forgot to tell you guys this. Yeah, there's actually another enhanced risk here. Another 10% significant risk here. So tomorrow is going to be the carrying on of today. There's actually going to be another severe weather event, or obviously as that cold front pushes eastward, so does the severe storms with it. And actually, we do have ourselves a second enhanced risk here for tomorrow, being the third, across portions of basically, southeastern Louisiana and portions of south central Mississippi, portions of central and south central Alabama. So those areas have got to be watching out for this here. But anyways, But that is indeed what we are actively seeing here. So we have the next 2 days really looking quite active here, in which we definitely have got to be watching out for. Let's see, Proxy here gifting 10 memberships as well. Proxy, thank you seriously so much for your kind support. That is super greatly appreciated. Big shout out goes to Proxy as always. Thank you seriously so much there, Proxy. Definitely does mean a lot to us. But anyways, like I said, that severe thunderstorm warning, we have about 30 minutes to go. So this will expire here at around, let's see, so 1:45 Eastern, but this is in the Central Time Zone, so simply just subtract an hour. So 12:45 p.m. this will be expired. So once again, this is for areas of east central portions of Arkansas, just southeast of Little Rock. This is indeed what we are actively watching here. So once again, about 50 miles, 50, 60 miles southeast of Little Rock is where this severe thunderstorm warning is currently in place. And like I said, these areas that this does include includes portions here of includes portions here of Gillette, St. Charles, DeWitt, Indian Bay, Ethel, DeLucy, Crockett's Bluff, and Lawrenceville. So that's kind of what we're talking about. So those areas is inside of the severe warning, in which we definitely have got to be watching out there. Let's see here, Devin, member for 4 months, Category 1 Club. Well, thank you so much for that there, Devin. So I hope you're doing a fantastic day. I hope you got my live webcams that I sent you. Yep, I got them. We'll be probably using them later. Let's see here. My weather station is saying the temperatures are going down. So, let's see here. Hello from Conway, Arkansas. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Dilly says, how much energy will be in the first round of storms? Use up how much it'll erode the cap. Really affect how the second wave of storms go. Yeah, I mean, honestly, we take a look here at the meso-analysis, actually. Like I said, this is just basically current conditions of the atmosphere right now that we're going to look at here. So this is basically, this is basically showing us, I mean, we have a lot of instability. Like I said, typically what that means is just a lot of energy in the atmosphere in portions of eastern Texas. Actually, not even cutting off there. Actually, there's a bunch of energy that's in effect across portions here, or there's a bunch of energy that's there across like Louisiana, Arkansas, Texas, even portions of Mississippi right now, which is definitely really, really crazy. But we'll definitely keep an eye on it. We'll definitely be watching out for this because, like I said, I mean, conditions are set to worsen over the next several hours here, in which we definitely just need to be watching out for this. Let's see here. Goat edits Prod for a member for 1 month. Well, thank you so much. So I got a free membership around a month ago. I can't renew mine, but thank you for gifting me a membership. Is San Angelo, Texas safe? So for San Angelo, Texas, obviously if we switch over here towards the region here, so San Angelo's not in any thunderstorm risk at all. So you're good. Yep, you're good. You don't gotta worry about any thunderstorm activity at all. Because this cold front is actually east of you now. So you're good. You don't got to worry about anything. But anyways, a little update here on the severe thunderstorm warning still kicking off here. Once again, there's some good news with this. It does not appear that there is any rotation that is occurring inside of the storm here. Like I said, today that is once again kind of the big concern is the possibility of tornadoes. And that's actually kind of our big concern today is the possibility of maybe even a few large tornadoes, that's a little bit concerning. Like I said, that's what we're going to be monitoring today. That's the reason we are live, is if there's anything that happens, we'll definitely let you know. Let's see here. Self-Care says, Happy New Year's. You as well, Self-Care. Thank you for joining us. Moose here, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you all here. So, now we're going to take this over to the models, guys. I want to go and show you all what the future could look like based off of the latest HRRR model. I'm going to go ahead and move that little pin so you guys can see. The time is right here, just right up there, my friends, if you want to follow along here in time. So we track our way down here for later on. So obviously today, right now it is 1 o'clock Eastern. This goes off of Eastern time. So obviously we're starting to see the introductory of some storms across portions here of the Southern Plains. Now that's actually firing off a little early compared to what the HRRR model has to say. But as we track our way down here in time, you can see the storm coverage really kicks off for late afternoon, early evening here, which you can really see that actually, kicking off here. But that is indeed what we are watching. And obviously overnight here, this is going to turn into a very long line stretching through portions of like Missouri, Arkansas, maybe in the portions of Louisiana as well, which is going to be pretty concerning. Let's see here. Do I think southern central Tennessee is going to see any violent tornadoes. So south central Tennessee is actually not under any severe weather risk. It's mostly these areas here that is basically in southwestern Tennessee. Like I said, they actually did introduce the enhanced risk for portions of western Tennessee, including Memphis. But for south central, basically anything just towards Interstate 65, towards like Lewisburg, there's no severe storms expected here for today. Now for tomorrow, that's a different story. As the storms move eastward, so does a severe threat along with it. And yeah, we actually do have ourselves the threat tomorrow for some severe weather, which we got to be watching out for that tomorrow. But obviously today we just got to get rid of, or obviously we just got to go through today's concern right there. Let's see here. So got more comments coming through here. I'm going to try to get to as many questions as possible here today. Let's see here. How is Tyler, Texas? I think Tyler, Texas is in eastern Texas, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, there's Tyler, Texas. So yeah, Tyler, Texas is under that enhanced risk. Like I said, that's a pretty... You're kind of right there in the bullseye of today's severe storms potential. So here across portions of like Tyler, Texas, at the moment, we take a look here at the radar view actually towards the regions. There's a few spotty showers and thunderstorms kicking off across the way right now. But anything severe is not occurring at the moment. But that is kind of what we are seeing here. Do I think those little pop-ups behind the second line will have a risk of embedded tornadoes as it moves through Arkansas tonight? Yes, I do actually think that is going to be a big concern. Like I said, I really think that the potential of nocturnal tornadoes or active tornadoes at nighttime will be a concern tonight, which, obviously that's a very big deal because, first of all, you won't be able to see any tornadoes. Second of all, like I said, sometimes, in regarding to what the storms are going to look like, it's going to be a long line, and that introduced another problem of something we call rain wrapping tornadoes. Basically just wraps in a whole bunch of curtains of rain around the tornado, and it makes it impossible to see. Plus, it being nighttime, there's no chance of you seeing it. So you just got to rely off of those warnings, basically. Yeah, we just got to really be relying off of those warnings there, which is, what we're going to be talking about. Like I said, if there's a warning that gets issued, we're going to be letting you know, guys, about it here. But once again, if you have any questions during today's event, let me know, and we got you covered. Let's see here. Self-Care says, any coverage of the Minnesota storm? So this is actually in association with the active snowfall that's occurring across the north too. Right now for Minnesota, there's a little bit of snow that's actually starting to fall here. We actually moved the camera here. You can see there's a bit of snowfall falling across portions of South Dakota and the portions of southern Minnesota here. Looks like some heavy snow is falling in southeastern South Dakota here. Pretty much right here towards the Sioux Falls region. Kind of looks like we might be seeing a little heavy snow band moving through. We're going to have to get used to that because things are going to be getting a bit crazy. Let's see here. But yeah, that is what we are looking at there. So let's go ahead and move on back here down to the south. Like I said, we're watching an active severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here. Like I said, these storms are just now really actually starting to fire off across the country, across the regions here. Like I said, right now we're starting to see some storm action. We actually take a look here at my the overall nation view. When it comes to radar, and you can actually see those storms are firing off as far east as like northwestern Mississippi there. You can actually see if we zoom in towards the state, you can see we got a little bit of spotty kind of thunderstorm activity that's going on there. And obviously, like I said, they're towards Arkansas, southern, south central Arkansas. There's a lot more thunderstorm activity that's really just kicking off here within the last hour or two. Same thing for eastern Texas. Like I said, we take this in the future here. Once again, based off of the models and such, these storms are just going to be growing in coverage over the next several hours. So if you're here right now, you're catching this in the early event. You're catching this in the early portion of this event. And like I said, so basically every hour that passes, the more storms are going to happen. The more they're going to start growing. They're going to start growing more north to south. Like I said, obviously today's risk covers a very large area. We're talking millions of people that's in the possibility of some severe weather here for today. So we're definitely watching that closely. We are definitely watching this very, very closely. But we have ourselves a bunch of, pretty nasty, non-severe storms kicking off here south of Little Rock here for the most part. Basically across portions of southern Arkansas, we have a little bit of action. Some of these storms could be producing some localized hail for the most part. Once again, none of these are severe except for the one that's here in the far eastern, basically east central portion here of Arkansas. We are watching it. We are indeed watching this here. Like I said, we have 20 minutes to go on this in particular warning here, south of Holly Grove, east of DeWitt. for 60 mile per hour wind gusts as well as quarter size hail being possible here. So we're just going to be watching out. Let's see here. Peanut Butter says, hey everyone, what's up? Hope you're doing good. Vicky has a question saying, how is Mobile, Alabama tomorrow? So Mobile, Alabama, if you take a look here across the region, so there's obviously that. So we take a look at the down here towards Mobile. We actually do have a risk here, pretty decent risk for Mobile tomorrow. So we're going to have to be watching this tomorrow as well. We might have to do another live stream because, like I said, today we have that enhanced risk, and tomorrow we have another enhanced risk across the region. You can see as the cold front pushes east, the severe storms do as well. And like I said, we have another big risk here for tomorrow. So for Mobile, Alabama, yes, we got to be watching out for it. Like I said, obviously here towards the state, we definitely got to be watching out tomorrow for severe storms. Now today, it's possible we could get a few rumbles of thunder out of some, kind of some spotty storms that could form. But overall, none of them are really expected to be severe today. But things are going to change tomorrow. Tomorrow is your big day. So watch out for that. Anyways, but let's see here. Can I check on Kansas City? Yeah, so Kansas City is under that marginal risk here still, as we did talk about here yesterday. Actually out of the tornado probability, which is good news. The hail percentage, though, is still there, and damaging winds. Like I said, we take a look here back at the main Storm Prediction Center, guys. Like I said, there's a pretty big risk here that is actually here for today. Like I said, we have 3 shades of severity. Like I said, so basically the way this works is there is a level from 1 to 5, obviously 5 being the absolute worst case scenario, 1 being the lowest. So basically we have that first level of severe storms. Now what classifies a severe storm is obviously potentially life-threatening or property-threatening, basically. So we have ourselves our first level of severity, of the potential of severe storms across the green. These are the areas that could see a few isolated, kind of well-spread out severe storms being possible. Obviously that's kind of the concern. Areas here across the yellow, this is that second level of severity. So this is the region where we potentially could see more active storms. Obviously more numerous storms, obviously the potential of them being a lot more closer together. So a lot closer together, meaning overall probability of having storms increases. And of course, we have our bullseye at a level 3 out of 5. That's a pretty big deal for northeastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana, southeastern, almost eastern portions here of Oklahoma. Majority of Arkansas is inside of this, as well as portions of western Tennessee now introduced, in southeastern Missouri. They're in that enhanced risk. That is where numerous severe storms can be expected, with potentially some decent impacts here. And like I said, we take a look at the tornado risk here. We have a 10% significant. You notice those bars that's around that 10% zone? Well, actually, I'm going to bring that back because it's just updated. But you actually look at this, and you see how there's these little bars going through that 10% zone. That is telling us we have a 10% chance that we could see the possibility of some tornadoes being EF2 and higher. Like I said, we take a look at this. We zoom in a little bit. Look at this. So that hatch area, the 10% or greater probability, EF2 to EF5 tornadoes within 25 miles of a point. So that repeats every 25 miles inside of the yellow. Same thing for the brown. The brown's not really for the large tornadoes. It's just a normal tornado threat. Same thing for the green. It's the yellow areas that the tornadoes are going to be most likely, as well as most likely the strongest out of the bunch too. Will be across these areas here in yellow. That's kind of what we're seeing here. But anyways, that's kind of what we're looking at, my friends. That is indeed what we are actively seeing. So once again, if you're in northeastern Texas, if you are in northwestern Louisiana here, like I said, the majority of Arkansas, all the way from north central Arkansas to all the way down to southern Arkansas, yeah, you got a pretty big risk here regarding those tornadoes. Same thing for southeastern Oklahoma. So if you know anyone across those regions, seriously, please give them a heads up. Let them know. Also, if you have a NOAA weather radio, make sure you have that sucker on alert mode, because you want to make sure that you get those warnings in time in order so that you guys can prepare. Because like I said, that's obviously the big thing, is to get the active warnings. Get the warnings is the best thing you can do during an event like this. If you receive those warnings, you can take action very, very quickly. And that's also the reason we are live here as well, because, like I said, that is also the reason we are live here as well, so we can tell you guys what's going on. Just like this one active severe thunderstorm warning we have in effect across portions of east central Arkansas. Like I said, right here towards DeWitt, towards the areas here of St. Charles, east of Almera. I think that's how you pronounce that. It's kind of a little difficult to see or pronounce there. But once again, this is for a severe thunderstorm potential of 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So winds could gust up to 60, as well as the possibility of some hail, potentially up to quarter size. So quarter size hail, 60 mile an hour wind gusts could be possible across these regions, so be watching out for those concerns. As honestly, like I said, some pretty decent impacts regarding that could be possible here. So like I said, as before, with all these items that could be loose outside, such as lawn furniture that could easily be overturned or tossed around, be recommended to be bringing those inside, because like I said, that's obviously kind of what you want to do, because you don't want anything going flying. You don't want to lose your property, first of all, but that's going to be a hazard to people who are obviously in the path of all that debris that's flying towards them. So if you can, if it's possible, without putting yourself in harm's way, recommended to bring that stuff inside if you can. But don't, like I said, if it's like hailing like crazy, if there's some strong winds and things are already getting nasty, don't risk it, because I'm sure there's a lot of lightning going on with this event here as well. So gotta be watching out for that. But yeah, so that's across portions here of St. Charles, obviously right here in Arkansas, by the way, basically east central Arkansas. Portions here of DeWitt, portions of Indian Bay, Ethel, Crockett's Bluff here as well, and Lawrenceville. If you guys know any of those areas in Arkansas, more specifically east central Arkansas, basically about 50, 60 miles southeast of Little Rock, that is indeed where we are looking at. So that's where the storm is at. Like I said, the coverage of these storms is actually really increasing here over the last hour. So things are definitely really kicking up. Let's see here. Let's see, I got a question, or Haley's saying I think we might have some tornadoes near Kansas City area. So like I said, I don't think so, because like I said, the tornado threat does not really reach there towards Kansas City. Even if you were in that 2% zone, the probability is still very low. Like I said, the potential impact is high. I mean, having a tornado is definitely kind of a big concern there, but I really don't think so. I really don't think that that's going to be too much of a big concern here. Anyways, but like I said, another concern, like I said, not just the tornado probability. We take a look here back at the actual storm prediction center. Like I said, it's not just the tornado probability that's a big concern today, with that big 10% significant, potential for some large tornadoes, and numerous of them. But there's also that damaging wind threat. With this cold front that's going to be sweeping through, this is going to be bringing that possibility of, we're talking widespread potential of straight line wind damage, which basically means that there's going to be these long storms that's going to have the potential of some damaging winds, perhaps maybe 60 to 70 miles per hour, across portions of the way. Like I said, 30% chance probability. That's a pretty big percentage. Even though it's less than 50, that's still a big percentage for damaging wind potential. Like I said, those are the areas there that could seriously see some damaging winds. But like I said, if it's not from the tornadoes that could cause damage, it's the damaging winds that could be right behind it, potentially having some damaging characteristics as well. So that is something we're going to need to also watch out for. The damaging wind probability extends all the way as far north as northwestern portions of Missouri, and as far down south as, kind of coastal Texas, coastal Louisiana, southwestern side here. So damaging winds is going to be a big concern today as well. So mostly tornadoes, damaging winds is the concern here. Also hail too. Yeah, hail too is also going to be a pretty decent concern here. Possibility of a few isolated hailers, maybe a few hailstones could get above quarter size. Like I said, right now, it looks like, we take a look here back at the radar, radar is actually estimating a few of these storms, actually having a little bit of hail detection in them. Hail probability there, 80%, 60%, 80%. So there's some of these storms that are likely producing maybe some small hail right now, but not necessarily in the grounds of anything severe at the moment, except for that one storm that is located here in east central, or basically, pretty much east central, southeast of Little Rock region, kind of showing around, like I said, about 50 to 60 miles away from Little Rock is kind of where that's going on there. But we're going to watch out for this. Let's see. Hugh says, is there going to be severe weather this week in 15420? So we're not doing zip codes right now. If you could tell me the state and what quadrant of the state it's in, let me, like I said, then I can briefly look at it. But like I said, since today is going to be an active day, since there's a lot of stuff we need to cover today, we're not going to be doing personal forecast. Not today anyways. But like I said, we'll be looking at areas if you have any questions. So for example, say, I'm worried about Western Kentucky. Can you tell me more about it? I can zoom into Western Kentucky and tell you that there is a severe weather threat here west of Bowling Green, and I can show you things about that. So, but that is what we are seeing here. Let's see. We got a question coming in from Nicholas saying, what about the ice storm? Do we think Des Moines, Iowa will get some ice? So here, there's the thing. So obviously they're towards the region of Iowa. Like I said, I'm a bit concerned when it comes to icing. We actually do have ourselves a lot of ice storm warnings, which I can go ahead and show you right now. a lot of ice storm warnings here indicated inside of that kind of purple color. That is showing us that we have heavy impacts regarding ice from sleet, freezing rain being possible. Now for Des Moines, you're kind of right there. You're kind of right there where my little black dot is. So that's kind of outside of that boundary. So obviously regarding heavy icing, not too much expected. You're not even under a winter weather advisory, so I'm not really concerned about it towards the Des Moines region. It's most of those areas like north and northwest, northwestern Iowa that's going to be the concern of, the possibility of some icing, which that's going to be a big concern. But once again, everybody, we have ourselves just a few more minutes left of this active severe thunderstorm warning that is currently kicking off across the country, across the state here. Like I said, we currently do have the one that's in effect. Once again, southeast here of Little Rock for areas here towards DeWitt. This is just now updated here. For some reason, there we go. Lost my mouse there for a second. But yeah, so across the regions here, you guys can see in the top left, basically the marker here. This is for areas of, like I said, so this is basically for areas here, for St. Charles, Indian Bay region. So that's kind of what we are talking about. So we're just going to have to keep on watching this. Absolutely. And like I said, if you guys have any questions throughout this event, please make sure to let me know because I want to be here for you guys. Let's see here. Gabe has a question saying, will South Haven get affected by rain? It depends on where South Haven is. Let me know the state and the quadrant. Let's see here. We're worried about Middle Tennessee. How is it looking in the overnight hours into tomorrow? So yeah, like I said, Middle Tennessee does have the potential of seeing some interesting storm activity here for more tomorrow. We actually take a look here at the future radar. It's something I do actually want to go ahead and show you guys real quickly. With the HRRR, this is basically the high resolution model. But we take a look at this, we can see as we track our way down in time here, obviously for kind of portions here, we'll actually take this a little bit further with the NAM 3K. For areas here towards like Middle Tennessee, honestly, not necessarily a big concern. It looks like for overnight hours, but it kind of seems to be more of a concern for like tomorrow evening for your storms and stuff like that. So, but yeah, like I said, we can see those storms really starting to kick off in coverage here over the next several hours. So it's almost 2 o'clock now, and seriously, we're starting to see a lot of growth here with the storms that's currently kicking off here. So a little bit concerning, but yeah. So watch out tomorrow if you are across portions of central Tennessee, because that severe threat does exist for you as well. Let's see here. Oops, sorry about that, y'all. Can I check out Hot Springs, Arkansas for tonight? So yeah, so areas here towards Arkansas, like I said, regardless of where you even at in Arkansas, here towards Hot Springs, like I said, right now, we're taking a look right now. There's actually some storm activity going on right now, which I'm sure you're probably aware of because you could probably hear it outside and probably deal with it. But like I said, so yeah, you're actually in a pretty big risk here for today. You're smack dab in the middle of the bullseye for the nasty potential today. So be watching out for that. Definitely be watching out for this because this is going to be a potential interesting event that could play out here. So we'll definitely be watching out for it. Let's see here. Southwestern Minnesota. So yeah, those areas here have got to be watching out in southwestern Minnesota for some snow activity. Obviously, the potential of some heavy snow could be possible. We actually take a look here at the forecast here really quickly to show you guys just how much could be possible. Some areas here actually could be seeing above a foot of snow across portions here of Minnesota, which we're going to go and switch on over here to the forecast here. Look at that. It's kind of hard to see there, but areas here right there where that maroon color is, that is showing us that we are potentially going to have some of these, these snow accumulations getting up maybe above a foot of snow, which definitely some heavy snow is expected. So since we're already on the topic, Nebraska area, expected to see a lot of snow, especially for the northern portions, also for southern South Dakota, expected to be pretty crazy. Let's see, Mark, thank you so much for becoming a tropical stormer. Let's see here. I want to know what's going to come to Ohio. Ohio is actually pretty clear right now. Like I said, you have the chance for a few thunderstorms today, but overall, anything severe is not really anticipated. Not really expected across Ohio. We're good. Let's see here. Jamie says, what about southwestern Missouri near Arkansas border? Berry County. So you want to look here for southwestern Missouri. So obviously, yeah, so right across these regions here, kind of towards Springfield, I'm assuming, you have a slight risk, which, like I said, that's still at level 2 out of 5 severity, which, like like I said, the more higher the level, the more severe it is. But like I said, that's still a pretty decent chance here for severe storms. Tornadoes will be a possibility of a few isolated tornadoes. A few scattered tornadoes could be possible today. So a few tornadoes nearby could happen. When it comes to hail, hail's a pretty decent concern, especially more southwest you go. Also, damaging winds is another big concern as well. So be watching out for that. Let's see here. Hugh says we got plans this week for going out. Is the weather going to affect southwestern Pennsylvania? And if so, which day would be the best? So when it comes to, if you're wondering about severe storms and stuff like that, luckily that's not going to be a big concern. But if we zoom up here really quickly, like I said, I'm not really trying to do too many forecasts here right now because like I said, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. But if we track our way down here in time, you are likely going to see some rain here for the 4th out of this system here. And that is kind of what we are seeing here. But that is what we are seeing, my friends. And once again, like I said, if you have any questions, if you're worried about a specific area, like I said, I'm not really diving into, serious forecasts like we usually do here, but I'm going to be, briefly looking and briefly telling you. And speaking of, we actually have ourselves a new severe thunderstorm warning that has popped up across portions here closer towards Little Rock. East central portions here of Arkansas, we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect across portions here of, this is for portions of Carlslee, I think it says Carlslee, I think that's how you say that, Humnoke here for portions of Parker's Corner, Brummett for portions of Stuttgart, like a lot of these I can barely even pronounce here, but Allport, let's see here, for portions of Seaton, Tollville. Yeah, so those areas, that's where this new severe thunderstorm warning is in place for. Now, this thing's actually in the same warning for, what that other one had to say. Speaking of, that other one is actually about to expire here in about 3 minutes. But when it comes to the new one here, yeah, same concerns. Obviously, the wind gusts could get up to 60 miles per hour and obviously showing a potential of maybe up to quarter-size hail, which, like I said, maybe some large hail out of this. Obviously some gusty winds. And once again, as I say, seriously, like I said, as I say here, guys, if you have anything that's loose outside, seriously, make sure if you're ahead of the storm, bring it in if you can, because you don't want that stuff going flying. First of all, you don't want to lose your property, as I say, but also you don't want to put people's lives at risk. Because say if someone's outside and your property goes flying in their direction, it could hit them and could cause some injury. If not, it could be fatal. Depends on how fast the winds are blowing. But anyways, let's see here. Got a question here. Lando says, what is the hail percentage for southwestern Arkansas? So when it comes to the hail percentile, when we take a look here across the way, there's a 15% chance every 25 miles of seeing some hail across southwestern Arkansas. Rudy says, I'm in eastern Texas. We have storms now. Will this affect storms for later today? So honestly, regarding that, like I said, we take a look here, actually, the current radar right now, or the big view. This is honestly the beginning of those big storms here that could potentially happen. So these should not really influence those too much. Like I said, honestly, what's probably going to happen is that these are just going to strengthen into something severe rather than that. Let's see. Matthew says, in northeastern Oklahoma, Muskogee, Oklahoma, what's the likelihood of bad storms? So basically here for, you said northeastern Oklahoma. So, yeah, so obviously towards your region here, northeastern region, you are in a pretty decent chance here of having some severe storms today. You're in that slight risk, that level 2 out of 5, basically the middle threat here for today. So yeah, we got to be watching out for those regions as well. So be on the lookout. Make sure that you are monitoring the weather here, because like I said, there's a possibility that some of them could turn quite nasty. Definitely is a possibility here. But we are indeed going to be watching this here. Let's see. Kyle says, how's the bad the storm's going to get here in Mounds, Illinois? So across portions here of Illinois, like I said, the only really areas that are in the state of Illinois is across portions of the southern edge. So basically areas here just south of St. Louis. If you follow the line of St. Louis down south here in Illinois, that's basically where the severe storms are possible. So watch out if you're on the very far southernmost tip of Illinois. It's a possibility we could have a few severe storms later on today. Watch out for that. But anyways, for the new people just now joining us, first of all, welcome. We have ourselves our first severe thunderstorm warning now expiring here with our second one that just got issued here not too long ago. Cross portions here east of England, south here of Carlslee, basically right here towards Stuttgart, here just west of it. Once again, for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So the big concern here is obviously some damaging winds, maybe up to 60 miles per hour, and following with some hail being possible as well. Let's see here. Got a question. Bruce says, what time do they update weather severe areas upgrade to an enhanced to a moderate? What time do they usually update it? That's a good question, actually. That's a good question. I know they usually update it in the morning. I know they update it around 1 or 2 o'clock Eastern, but not exactly sure about the during the daytime. I know it updated just before we went live, not too long ago. Could we be upgraded to an enhanced risk? I guess you mean the moderate risk here. I would say it's unlikely for the most part. I don't think. Like I said, it's a very low possibility, but we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Lando says it's pronounced Carlil. Is that how you say that? Let's see here. Kevin says could be upgraded to an enhanced risk in Joplin, Missouri. So, if we take a look here across the way here in Missouri. So Joplin, honestly, I really don't think that you're going to be there inside of that enhanced risk there. I think where you're at is where you're going to stay. So I'd be still be watching. Like I said, it does not really necessarily. It does, but regardless of what level you're in, even if you're in the dark green, the yellow, or the orange, the more closer you get to those darker colors, obviously the more concern there is. But regardless, if you're in any of these shades, you need to be watching the weather today. It's possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible here. But anyways, that is indeed what we are seeing here, my friends. So once again, I'm glad to see that you guys are asking questions. It's great news because I like to see you guys being ready and preparing for this event. Definitely glad to see it. So obviously that's some, that's definitely some good news here. Like I said, we take a look here at the future regarding these storms. Like I said, right now it's almost 2 o'clock here. So for 2 o'clock, according to the NAM 3-kilometer model here, does show a lot of that thunderstorm activity increasing across portions here of Arkansas from 1 to 2 o'clock here. So obviously, a lot more. Every single hour that passes, the more widespread these storms are going to get, and the overall severity potential is going to increase. But that is what we are seeing. Let's see here. Will Dallas-Fort Worth get tornadoes? So for Dallas-Fort Worth region, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, like I said, the overall chance of you having a tornado is still very, very low. But you guys are in the risk here for, maybe a few isolated tornadoes. Now, Fort Worth is mostly out of that, but a few isolated tornadoes theoretically could happen nearby. But I would say it's pretty much very unlikely. But we'll still be watching out for it. You should still keep an eye on it. What is the tornado chances here in southwestern Arkansas? So yeah, that's kind of the biggest tornado potential here in southwestern Arkansas. That is a 10% chance. Every 25 miles, there's a 10% chance a tornado could fall within that radius. And potentially, like I said, there's actually a significant risk. And what that means is that some of those tornadoes that could form today, unfortunately, could be quite large. Like so, we take a look here at today's tornado risk here. Like so, you see that kind of dashed lines there? That is what we call the hatch risk or the significant risk. And that's across the regions where we potentially could see some large tornadoes. Once again, maybe up to EF2 and higher. Like I said, if you guys want to see that for yourself, here's the official storm prediction center. You can see hatched area, 10% or greater probability, EF2 to EF5 tornadoes within 25 miles of a point. So definitely what we are looking at there. Let's see here. I'm trying to find a place out of Tornado Alley. Any suggestions? Depends on if you like cold or if you don't. Let's see here. Is the storm going to be very bad in Wisconsin? I live in Wisconsin. I'm just curious. So luckily, the storms are not going to reach its way up into Wisconsin. So you're good with that. Like I said, those areas here in Wisconsin is far enough north to where, obviously all that warm air that's interacting with the cold air behind it will not be a problem. So you're good. Yeah, don't worry about it. Definitely don't worry about it up there. You're good. Like I said, this is mostly for areas I'm a little concerned about. Like I said, here's kind of the main states I'm a little worried about. Like I said, eastern Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, portions actually of southwestern Indiana, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, and obviously especially Arkansas. Arkansas seems to be the most impacted state here regarding today's event here. So we'll watch it. Let's see here. Sharon says Hot Springs, Arkansas. So here towards, Hot Springs region. Like I said, right now, we take a look here towards Hot Springs. Right now, there's a lot of thunderstorms happening right now at the moment, but none of those nearby are severe. Like I said, the only severe storm we have here is east of Little Rock with the potential of 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. being possible here. Is Conway, Arkansas in a tornado hatched region? So I'm going to have to, like I said, I don't know exactly where that's at, but I tell you what, majority of Arkansas is in that hatched region, which I'll go ahead and show you that. So here's the hatched region, across that, that circling area. So you can look at a map and you can probably tell where you're at, but like I said, majority, 90%, 85, 90% of the entire state of Arkansas is inside of that. So definitely a bit concerning. Will St. Louis get tornadoes? So St. Louis is actually barely in the risk here. Southern St. Louis is in that tornado, the lowest tornado percentage. So I'm going to say it's very unlikely. I really don't think that there's going to be that much tornado activity near those regions. But like I said, portions of southern Missouri could see a few tornadoes tonight. Possibly a few isolated tornadoes. But for St. Louis, it's mostly clear. Mostly clear. But anyways, that is what we are seeing here. Let's see, Time to Kill is here. What's up? Are we doing all right? But once again, everybody, thank you all so much for joining us. And like I said, if you have any questions at all, please make sure you let us know. Because like I said, I want to be here for you guys. I want to make sure you guys are ready to go. I want to make sure you guys know what is going on across the region. Like I said, today is honestly a pretty big day out there. It really, really is. Ryan says, how bad is Kentucky going to be hit? So, yeah, like I said, Western Kentucky does have the threat here for, some activity regarding severe weather. Mostly just west of Bowling Green is in those regions. Just west of Bowling Green here. But that is indeed what we are seeing. So, if you're west of Bowling Green, for areas like Greenville and, Madisonville, Paducah, Murray, those regions, yeah, you got to be watching out for a few isolated severe storms today. Lifted Inc. says, does hatching mean there will be tornadoes, or does it mean that there are chance of being more strong is more possible? Yeah, so the last one. So basically, that means that in that hatch region we were talking about there, that that area across the yellow that's in that dashed lines, so that is the region where, first of all, more tornadoes is overall possible because you're going into a higher percentage. You see it goes from 2 to 5 to 10, so a higher percentage across the yellow. But the dashed lines means that a few strong tornadoes could also be possible across those regions. Like I said, what I mean by strong is EF2 to EF5 potential. Like I said, don't be worrying of an EF5. Like I said, obviously, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying it's extremely unlikely in the fact that we haven't seen one in many years. But eventually we got to break that drought, I guess. So just be on the lookout for some nasty tornadoes across the regions there. Let's see, will Minnesota get any tornadoes? No. So fire, no tornadoes up there. Like I said, simply, the storms are not expected to reach up towards portions there. So once again, the dark green, the yellow, and the orange are the areas where severe storms are going to be mostly concerning. Do I think Fort Texas will get any crazy weather? So I do know that Fort Texas is actually right here that's Tyler, Texas. Let's see where Fork is at. I remember Fork. I think Fork was somewhere in eastern. Am I right? That's Waco. Let's see, was Waco? No, that's not it. Where is Fork at? Here, let me know what I should look it up real quickly. Give me 1 second. Fork, Arkansas, or Texas. Oh, smart. So Fort Texas is right here, basically in, trying to find a map here. I want to say it's eastern, right? Maybe? Yeah, for some reason it's not going to pull up here. Let's see, there we go. Fork is, yeah, there's no clear definition here really showing where it's at. So honestly, here, just tell me which side it is, and I can look on it. Like I said, if you are basically in eastern Texas, you can probably tell where you're at right here. Yeah, you do have that percentage there. Let's see here. Thank you for explaining that. No problem. Justin says, do I think that most will say just east of Dallas-Fort Worth? Is that what you said? So, yeah, honestly, I think that a lot of the severity will remain mostly east of Dallas-Fort Worth. Yes, absolutely. But that is what we are seeing. So yeah, most of the severity is just east of the Dallas region. But now Dallas itself could have a few isolated severe storms, so watch out for that. But anyways, a little update here, guys, on our active severe thunderstorm warning that we currently do have in effect. Like I said, right here, just relatively close to Little Rock, just due east of Little Rock here, we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning for the next 20 minutes regarding some gusty winds up to 60 miles per hour. So damaging winds up to 60 miles an hour could be possible, as well as quarter-size hail. kind of across some of these regions here. As mentioned, like I said, here towards Humnoke, you guys can see the areas here. A lot of these I can't pronounce, which are a little hard to pronounce there, but towards like C10, Tollville, Parker's Corner, those regions is kind of what we're talking about. We're mostly just south here of Hazen, south of Interstate 40 here for the most part. That is what we're looking at there. So we're definitely watching that. Let's see here. I don't think these showers will be enough to stop the destabilization. I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. Like I said, obviously over the next few hours, we take a look here back at the future models regarding things. Like I said, obviously every hour we move into this event, the overall coverage of these storms increases. Like I said, obviously the more wider the storm's covered. Like I said, we take a look here for right now, almost basically 2 o'clock here. We've been live here almost an hour. Wow. But basically, first of all, at 2 o'clock, 2 to 3, we can see how the thunderstorms track more northeast, and they really start growing up in coverage areas. Let's see here. So I'm a little late, but this is me in Nashville, Tennessee. We'll see thunderstorms today. Then don't have any cable. My local news is never on YouTube. So Becca, regarding you for Nashville, Tennessee. I will tell you that you, my friend, for today, anyways, like I said, for today, you're not under any severe risk. It's possible a few severe storms could happen west of you, but here's the thing. Tomorrow, though, tomorrow's your day. So today, don't really worry about it, but tomorrow, be on the lookout and be prepared, because tomorrow could bring some nasty weather towards Nashville region. Kelly says getting some thunderstorms in southeastern Oklahoma. Let's go and take a look here really quickly. Yeah, you can actually see right there, southeastern Oklahoma, a lot of spotty, isolated thunderstorms kicking off across the region, or a lot of spotty, I should say, clustered thunderstorms, not really isolated. But yeah, a lot of clustered thunderstorms happening there in southeastern Oklahoma. Absolutely. Yeah, really starting to kick off here. Let me go ahead and see here. Haley says, how's Stormy? Stormy's doing good. But that is what we are seeing here. Let's see here. Katie says, how is Northeast Arkansas looking for this lovely day? So Northeastern Arkansas here for today. Yeah, you're in a little bit of heat today. I have to tell you. Unfortunately, I have to say that you're in a little bit of a heat here for today. Regarding the potential of some tornadoes. Honestly, right there in extreme northeastern, it cuts down to a 5% risk there, but a lot of northeastern is in that 10% region still. So obviously tornadoes is a concern. Next big concern is damaging winds actually for the entirety of the northeastern side of Arkansas. So really be watching out for that. Plus hail possibility as well. Hail is a big concern as well. So be watching out for that. Mostly damaging winds, mostly tornadoes is the big concern. But obviously be looking out for some small hail. And honestly, I have to tell you guys, even flooding is a big concern here. Like I said, we take a look here at the Climate Prediction Center and, or what is it, the Weather Prediction Center there. We take a look at that. There we go. So yeah, they actually talk about that flooding, excessive rainfall risk to be quite large, which I'm going to show you guys. Right across these regions, you can kind of see those areas. There's actually a moderate risk here for flooding across portions of northeastern Arkansas. So yeah, with that being said, yeah, northeastern Arkansas here is definitely looking a bit crazy regarding not just, like I said, not just tornadoes, not just damaging winds, but also flooding concerns as well exist across those regions. So definitely pretty crazy. Let's see here. So how's Shreveport? So Shreveport right now, seeing a bit of shower activity at the moment, but I will tell you, yeah, you are in a pretty big risk here for today. Just wait until these storms just west of Shreveport reaches their way into portions here of the region. Once that happens, then obviously that's whenever things could get a little bit more crazy. So be watching out for that later on this afternoon. Let me go ahead and see here. So I got another question here. What about Anderson, Missouri? Depends on where that's at. Let me know, instead of specific areas, because it takes a while to find it, let me know like quadrants of the state, because you should basically know off of where you're at. So anyways, if you look at the map here, you should know, regardless, most of Missouri is actually inside of the severe weather threat, first of all. But if you're across the dark green, the yellow, and the orange, right here in Missouri, you have a severe weather threat. Obviously, the orange is more severe than the green. Yellow is more severe than the green. And obviously that and so forth. So, but with that being said, yeah, so watch out for that in regarding to things. So just keep an eye on it. Let's see, it's not raining yet in Joplin, Missouri. Yeah, right now it is not. Sarah, please don't spam on the channel. Like I said, there's no need to spam it. It does not make me get to your question any sooner. Like I said, I already answered your question, but yeah, spamming is just not necessary, okay? But anyways, once again, everybody, we have ourselves an active severe thunderstorm warning. Take a look here back at this little update here really quickly. 15 minutes to go. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as quarter-size hail indeed could be possible. So we're definitely keeping an eye on that here. So once again, some gusty winds that could throw around some outside objects is possible, as well as maybe some small hail as well. So basically, like I said, is if you're across these regions, if there's anything that's loose outside, I always say this here, like I said, if there's anything that's loose outside, bring it indoors. Make sure that you have it indoors so it can't get blown away. First of all, like I said, you don't want to lose your property. We got a warning coming through here. Uh-oh. Let's go and listen to this, y'all. But like I said, you don't want to lose your property, so if you can, bring it indoors. Oh, new severe thunderstorm warning. All right, let's go and listen to this, y'all.
The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a severe thunderstorm.
Southeastern Oklahoma.
Northern McCurtain County in southeastern Oklahoma until 1:45 p.m. At 12:59 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located 10 miles east of Raymond-Gary State Park, or 24 miles east of Hugo.
Oh, tornado possible too. Wow. Okay.
Hazard 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source radar indicated. Impact hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of rotation in there.
Locations impacted include Wright City, Valiant, Millerton, Redmond, Farmers Hill, Glover, Slim, Bethel, Bathurst, Mount Hermon, Sherwood, and Golden.
All right. Well, there you go. Let's go ahead and turn that down a little bit. So you heard it there, my friends. We have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that's now in effect for portions of southeastern Oklahoma. This, my friends, is the first warning of Oklahoma for today. So areas here towards, let's see, this is for portions of Wright City, portions here of Millerton, Redland, Farmers Hill, Glover, Slim, Bethel, let's see here towards Mount Hermon, as well as Sherwood and Golden. So if you guys are across those areas, that is indeed what we are seeing here. So we are watching a new severe thunderstorm warning. Now here's the thing, like I said, they actually put a tornado possible tag on that. You take a look at it, it says tornado possible here. That is basically telling us that we have the potential, like I said, not necessarily meaning a tornado is imminent, but it says that a tornado could quickly develop out of a severe thunderstorm such as the one we're looking at right now. So basically right here at the moment, we are indeed seeing a little bit of weak rotation, a bit of broad rotation happening here, as you can kind of see here, based off of the, the Oklahoma radar here for the most part. But that is indeed what we are looking at. Like I said, north here of Idabel, basically east of Hugo for the most part. Like I said, this expires here in about 45 minutes, about 40 to 45 minutes here, you guys can see. But there is a little something here towards Valiant, I think that's how you say that, just north of it, that might be an area of concern and something we might be needing to watch here. So, once again, new severe thunderstorm warning has just now gotten issued, and the other one we had for eastern, or bases east here of Little Rock, that's basically the one that got canceled. So we don't have any active ones in Arkansas at the moment. But like I said, right here in southeastern Oklahoma, we have ourselves essentially, like I said, we still have ourselves this one that just now got issued here. So this is the one we got to watch for, because like I said, we had the damaging wind potential on this one. We also have the hail potential, quarter-size hail being possible. But here's the thing, like I said, we also do have the potential of a few, or like I said, a brief spin-up tornado could be possible down in time with this one, but right now there's no immediate concern of the tornado happening. So this is a storm that needs to be watched out here very, very closely here. So we're definitely going to be watching off for this. Let's see here. This evening is going to be pretty bad according to the 18Z HRRR, the last one I use typically. So we take a look here. We're actually going to move on back here to that real quickly. Yeah, let's go and take a look here back at the HRRR. We haven't looked at the latest one here. 18Z is just now coming out here. But we go ahead and zoom out here over towards the latest one. Yeah, we actually look at this right now. You can see how, overall thunderstorm development, our overall storm coverage is expected to really break after like 4 o'clock. So after the next 2 hours, the overall coverage is going to really extend into portions of like Kansas, into portions of Oklahoma, obviously still continuing in Texas, Arkansas, western Tennessee also being there as well. So definitely watching out for that. we're definitely keeping an eye on that for that. But anyways, my friends, if you're just now joining us, like I said, we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that has just now been issued here from the National Weather Service in Oklahoma. We are indeed actively watching ourselves this in effect here for damaging winds as well as the possibility of some hail. Like I said, there is also the possibility of a tornado. So tornado being possible, so definitely be watching out for that. Basically, like I said, what that means is that, I mean, it doesn't mean that a tornado is imminent. It doesn't mean that a tornado is about to happen. That would be for a tornado warning, which that's not in place right now. But it means a tornado warning down in time could be issued if trends continue. Because like I said, on this storm, it looks like there might be a little bit of weak, if not a little bit of broad rotation happening inside of this active storm system right now. So this is definitely a storm to watch. And like I said, these areas here in eastern Oklahoma is unfortunately in that region where potentially some tornadoes could be a problem. And honestly, there's a possibility we could see a few large tornadoes across those regions as well. So definitely something we are going to need to be watching out for. So definitely something we are looking at. But once again, everybody, if you have any questions, like I said, feel free to let us know. Like I said, we're going to be here for you guys. Like I said, I want to make sure that you guys are staying safe out there. So obviously, if you have any questions, please just let us know. We greatly appreciated. Like I said, I don't ask for anything on the channel, but if you guys could consider hitting that subscribe button, we greatly appreciate it. It helps out the channel, my friends. Thank you all so much for joining us on this evening here. But like I said, so we're going to go ahead and move on back here to the storm prediction center. Like I said, I want to go ahead and show you guys which areas is mostly at concern here regarding regarding these storms here for today. So like I said, if you guys are in the dark green, that's the first level of severity. So that's obviously where a few isolated, a few scattered out thunderstorms could be possible. Some could be severe regarding such. So watch out across those regions there. Now, once you move into the yellow, that's where things get a little bit more serious. So that's where more severe storms could be possible. Obviously, that's where more more clustered, more closer together storms could be possible, and honestly, potentially more stronger storms as well. So watch out for that. And of course, across portions here of the orange, that is today's bullseye. That is across the biggest concern here for today. But that is indeed what we are looking at there. So we're definitely watching out for this. So once again, northeastern Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, pretty much the entirety of Arkansas is in the bullseye zone here. Northwestern Louisiana, western Tennessee. Yeah, pretty big risk here for today. And like I said, tornado probability is pretty concerning. Like I said, 10% significant. Possibility of EF2 and higher, which is concerning. And also damaging winds there too. Straight line wind damage from this QLCS or this cold front that's moving through is also a big concern here. So we're definitely watching out for that as well. Let's see, Maple Magic with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much there. Greatly appreciated. Random fact, the tornado possible severe in Oklahoma is the same county that Idabel, Oklahoma EF4 went through not that long ago. Wow, that's crazy there, Maple. Well, thank you so much for, first of all, the super chat. Means a lot. Like I said, yeah, we're definitely watching this one storm here. Because like I said, they do have a tornado possible tag. You can see right here. It says tornado possible. So that's basically saying that, hey, we could have, maybe some activity down in time. Because like I said, right now there's a bit of rotation that's happening. So we're definitely watching out for this storm here. Like I said, regardless though, damaging wind possibilities as well as hail is possible here. So quarter size hail, maybe the possibility of some damaging winds, maybe up to 60 miles an hour, indeed could be possible across these regions. So really be watching out for that. But we're definitely going to keep an eye on it. Let's see here. Question says, V-Cart says, do I have a time frame for northwestern Louisiana? I live approximately 9 miles south of Arkansas line, so northwestern Louisiana. So across portions of northwestern Louisiana, so yeah, you're kind of just north of Shreveport, right? So yeah, like I said, you're kind of in the bullseye zone here for today. Regarding anything, if you want to know the time frame for the storms and such, we take a look here at the future radar. It kind of shows a lot of your big storms kind of moving in here kind of around the late afternoon, early evening hour. Just around sunset is kind of when these storms are going to really start kicking off across your region there. And obviously we're going to have storms continuing possibly for a few hours afterwards too, perhaps even into portions of the overnight hours. It's possible, so watch out for that. You're probably going to see like 2 rounds of storms out of that. Let's see here. Haley says, I'm in a 2% tornado risk and I'm okay with that. Well, here's the thing. Like I said, Kansas City there, honestly, is not under the the 2% risk there. So we take a look here back at the main screen. You can see Kansas City is actually just north of that tornado probability, which is good. Let's see here. Anyone know what the chances are comparison to this not performing at full potential? Unfortunately, we don't know. Basically, the risk here are basically just off of models and forecasting and all kinds of things like that. Now, if we knew that this would have a problem initiating, then obviously we wouldn't have issued a big enough severe weather threat, if that makes any sense at all. Let's see here. Chad says November 4th, 2022 tornado outbreak was probably the worst since like December 2021. I believe I was live during that one too. I believe, yeah, that was a pretty interesting storm there. Absolutely. See, 3/21/22 was worse. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really remember that one, but I'm sure I was live during that as well. You know, I covered a lot of weather last year. Nuts. But anyways, my friends, well, like I said, just as a heads up for you guys, if you know anybody across the dark green, especially the yellow and especially the orange kind of color, please give your friends and family a heads up. And if you're in the region yourself, please just be safe. What all I ask for today is that if you are across these regions, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys, here's the tornado threat for today. So if you're across the areas here, especially in the brown and yellow, you got to be watching out for a few tornadoes nearby as is possible, especially across the yellow. That's the big zone for today. But what all that I ask you guys is that you know where to go in case of a tornado warning is issued. So make sure you have all of your important things together, such as perhaps papers and stuff like that. I mean, like your important papers, such as documents, whatever you might need. Make sure you have that and put it in your safe spot. So like I said, the best place to be during a tornado is obviously if you don't have a storm cellar, if you don't have a basement, that's the first place you want to go. If you don't have that, go to the central interior portion of your home. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. That will give you the most protection away from the hazard conditions outside and gives you the best possibility of making it through. Now, like I said, with that being said there, obviously if you don't have that, say if you're in a trailer or a mobile home, get out of the trailer or the mobile home. Do not stay in it at all. Even a car is more safer than that. So seriously, get out, go find yourself an even or better area. Like I said, go find yourself a more sturdier structure to get yourself into. That will be really good there. Let's go and see. But that is indeed what we are seeing here. Maple says, I've been here since about 340 subs. Wow, that's crazy. If you don't have a storm shelter, what should you do? So yeah, once again, as mentioned before, go to the central interior portion of your home. Like I said, find that middle room, such as a closet, a bathroom would work. And like I said, cover your head. Bring a helmet, pair of shoes with you too. I mean, first aid kit can't hurt. Because like I said, I mean, you got to think. Say worst case scenario does happen. Okay, so say if you do get hit by a tornado and you make it okay, right? There's going to be sharp objects, nails, glass, sheet metal, everything, all over scattered across the ground. Splinters from wood, you name it. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff on the ground here. And with that being said, with that being said, make sure you have your shoes with you. That way you can, walk over it, protect your feet. Because last thing the hospitals need is more injuries. Because I'm sure there's going to be possibly some of them if a tornado does touch down. Not trying to scare you guys. I'm just telling you all reality and what you can do to prepare to make sure that makes it a little bit better on you. Like I said, obviously a helmet could help protect your head from flying debris. Say if the room gets breached and flying debris is all going all around the room. Yeah, just to have that just in case. Obviously I'm here for y'all. I want to make sure you guys are ready. I want to make sure you guys understand the concerns for today. Like I said, damaging winds is also a big concern. Ranging from tornadoes being kind of the biggest concern today, followed by damaging winds too. Even hail and flooding is a big concern as well. Like I said, we take a look here at the the Weather Prediction Center. Like I said, they have a pretty big risk here, even out for flooding. Like I said, if you're across the yellow here and the red, especially, like those are the regions that could see a potential of decent flooding here. Which is definitely a little concerning here. We're going to go ahead and switch over here towards the hazards. Like I said, right there, across that green color, that dark green, that is literally the regions where we have some flood watches. Basically, where flooding conditions could be possible. These little light green, this lime green shaded colors, those are flood warnings where flooding is occurring or expected to develop shortly. But that is what we're looking at there. Rain says, watch this event bust. I hope it does, honestly. I really do, because I do not like the conditions that is together today. I really don't. Anyways, update on the severe thunderstorm warning. Once again, we have a active severe thunderstorm warning in southeastern Texas with a tornado possible tag on it. Like I said, no immediate concerns of tornadoes happening right now, but there appears to be a little bit of turbulence happening. It looks like that rotation's kind of bled out for the most part, but there still is a bit of turbulence. Obviously, some in and outbound winds moving towards and away from the radar, which is a concern there. But right now, the main concern here is 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So watch out for that. So some wind gusts up to 60 could be possible. Could throw around some outside objects. Could cause some danger outside. So bring it in if you possibly can. Don't put yourself in harm's way, though, obviously, because your life is valuable, very, very valuable, and obviously you don't want to put yourself at risk, just to bring in stuff. But if you're ahead of the storm and you can, or if the conditions are not that bad at the moment, run outside, bring it back in as quick as possible. That's if it's not lightning and stuff like that too, because lightning is also a big concern. But that is indeed what we are seeing here. Let's see here. V-Card says we had 2 tornadoes touchdown within 2 miles of our house. 1 tornado touchdown without any warnings. Warning came through after the touchdown. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Very, 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 very glad to see you're okay, though. That's for sure. See, Revive says anything bad for Iowa. So for Iowa, it's kind of mostly a concern for actually winter weather rather than severe storms. Like I said, we take a look here actually across the hazards. There's actually, some ice conditions across the Northwest. Northwestern Iowa, you're in some heat. So for some potential icing, regarding sleet and freezing rain. Obviously heavy icing can definitely impact, conditions, or definitely can impact things, roadways and all such, which is crazy. Let's see here. SGTK says, thanks, man. No problem. Like I said, once again, everybody, if you have a question, please just let us know. Feel free to ask. Don't be shy. Because like I said, I'm going to be here for you guys. You all better know that. You all know that we're going to be here for you. And like I said, yesterday we told you guys about this event. We prepared you guys for this event. So now a lot of you guys should understand what's expected here. And like I said, today is the walkthrough day. Today is where we walk through this event here and we tell you what is actively happening. And like I said, right now we just have 1 warning. That's the reason we're talking about a whole bunch of other things right now. Now, once tornado warnings start kicking in, we're going to be straight up on the radar and we're going to be watching every movement of this storm here. So, but like I said, right now at the moment, regarding things, we just have the 1 severe thunderstorm warning in effect here for the next 27 minutes across portions here of southeastern Oklahoma. Like I said, for areas here relatively towards areas just north of Idabel, towards regions south of Smithville, for Wright City, areas here towards Millerton, Redland, Farmers Hill, Glover, Slim, Bethel, Baptist, I think that's how you said it, Mount Herman, Sherwood, and Golden. So those areas there is under this severe thunderstorm warning here. Like I said, they put a tornado possible tag because it looked like there was a little bit of weak rotation happening. But like I said, that is what we're looking at there. Devin says there's a tornado watch that's been issued here. Uh-oh. We got to be listening to that. We might actually hear that on the radio here in a minute. So just as a little heads up for you guys, you might hear the tones here in a second, if that is the case. Let me actually pull it up on Twitter. I usually get early word of the, I usually get early word of the weather watches from the Storm Prediction Center's website there. I don't see it yet, but apparently there is. So we'll give it a few minutes, guys, and I'll tell you where the watch has been issued for. So follow the Twitter here on the Storm Prediction Center. They also do have updates here, but let's see. Latest thing, they have not put it up there on their Twitter yet. So we will be waiting for it. It'll pop up here in about probably 2 to 5 minutes. So it'll be here relatively soon. Let's see here. My rain will be here in about 15 minutes. It says sewing. Well, glad to have you here. Hope you're doing all right. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. Lifted says, out of the 5 people that texted to warn about the weather, 3 of them said they had no idea it was supposed to get any kind of storms, especially severe. That's the thing, and that's a good reason. That's the thing of why you need to obviously tell people. So once again, like I said, here's the risk today. This is the big risk today. And if you're across the areas here in the yellow, especially the orange, that's the big day, the big part of today. Even the dark green's at risk for some severe storms. So regardless of where, what shade you're in between the dark green and the orange, you're at risk for a few severe storms here for today. So definitely watch out for that. Logan says, is there any for central Oklahoma? So yeah, for central Oklahoma, there is a possibility of a few severe thunderstorms today. Not anything severe currently happening right now, Right now, no. There's really not much happening right here in central Oklahoma. There's a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity actually right here next to Oklahoma City at the moment. But when it comes to, but like I said, when it comes to any severe warnings at the moment, no, there's really not. But obviously, Logan out there, stay safe. There we go. New watch just got issued, my friends, for portions of. There it is. We're gonna listen to this. Okay, we're bringing this up here. So there you go. So that's the new tornado watch here in effect. Let's see. Let me actually do something really quickly, my friends. There we go. We're going to bring this back. There we go. Perfect.
National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 1.
Number 1!
Until 9 p.m. This watch includes the following.
Oh, shoot. It's the first watch of 2023. I forgot.
Howard, Little River, Montgomery, Pike, Hoke, P, O, L,
Okay.
K, Scott and Sevier, and McCurtain, Oklahoma.
Until 10 o'clock.
Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions
Yeah, so,
and listen for later statements and
Texas,
possible warnings.
Louisiana, a lot of Arkansas,
Stay tuned to NOAA weather
southeastern
radio,
Oklahoma, too.
commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information.
Well, there you go, my friends. All right. So there you go. So you just heard the first watch of the year just got issued for portions of the South. So as mentioned before, a lot of Arkansas, all the way from north, central to southwestern Arkansas, has a tornado watch in effect here. Basically, southeastern Oklahoma, a few little counties here. I think it's just one county actually in southeastern Oklahoma. Basically, northeastern Texas and northwestern Louisiana, there is a tornado watch. Once again, a tornado watch means that conditions are in favor of a few tornadoes. So that's something to watch out for. Look at this. Maximum hail size. You see where my cursor's at? Up to basically 1.5 inches, which that, I believe, is right there towards, let's see, I think, yeah, so that's right there at ping pong ball size hail. Potentially could be a thing for across the watch area. 70 mile an hour wind gusts. So wind gusts could get up to 70 miles per hour being possible there, which is definitely a bit crazy. So we're definitely keeping an eye on that here. But yeah, like I said, in effect until 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, which for the local, for the local people here, this is in effect until 9. For the local watch area, this is in effect until 9. Let's see here. Lift, it says till 10 crap. Yeah, it's in effect for quite a while. We have ourselves about 7.5 hours. Yep, 7.5 hours to go here. Let's see here. First tornado watch of 2023. It's the first watch in general of 2023. Well, first convective watch. First tornado / severe thunderstorm watch. It's pretty crazy. RD Tech says, anything for Kansas City? I am a truck driver heading to Denver, Colorado. So for you there, RD, I hope you're doing good. First of all, hope you have your safe travels. So for Kansas City, there is the threat for some severe storms. You're in the lowest threat, but since you're traveling towards, like I said, since you're traveling here towards Colorado, Denver, Colorado, you said, you're likely heading west, right? So you're heading mostly west. So I guess, are you taking Interstate 70? Because if you are, you're going to remain in the most minimal severe weather threat for today, but still be watching out for it. Currently, right now on the radar view towards the Kansas City area here, really not much going on until you reach Salina at the moment. But by the time you probably get there, depending on where you're at, this will likely be more east. So that's for you. So watch out for a few scattered severe storms being possible, but like I said, nothing in comparison to the large concern today, more further south for like Arkansas, just directly south of you. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. Anyways, but that is what we are seeing. So safe travels there, RD Tech. And if you have any more questions, make sure to let me know. Like I said, I'm going to be here for a while. I'm going to make sure you guys are ready to go. I want you guys to be prepared. And, I got you covered here. Justin says, what is Central Illinois looking like? So Central Illinois is not under the risk for any severe storms, however, but you might notice that there is actually a light green shade. That is saying a few thunderstorms could happen. Just your average thunderstorms could occur. A few rumbles of thunder, a little bit of rainfall, that's it. That's about all expected across those regions. But like I said, once you move it into dark green and then move it into yellow and the orange, that's the big stuff. That's the big, nasty stuff here. Let's see here. I got 3 hours until the storms pop off. Well, stay safe out there, my friend. RD says that, yes, thank you, my friend. No No problem at all. Like I said, RD Tech, once again, if you have any questions, let us know. We're here for you. We got you guys covered. I want you guys to be prepared. I want you guys to, obviously, be ready for this event here. Because like I said, I mean, this could play out to be something interesting here. But anyways, like I said, we take a look here in southeastern Oklahoma. Like I said, we take a look here across the region. At the moment here, we are indeed watching one active severe thunderstorm warning in effect across southeastern Oklahoma. Like I said, just north here of Idabel for what areas here just west of the Queen. Obviously, that's there in portions of Arkansas. But this is for southeastern Oklahoma. And like I said, so basically, we have 19 minutes to go. This is for 60-mile-an-hour winds, so wind gusts could get up to 60 miles per hour. Obviously, the possibility of some quarter-size hail as well. So obviously, hail, damaging winds is the concern. Once again, if you have anything that's loose outside and you can bring it in, make sure to let us know. That's not what I meant to say. Make sure to bring it inside and make sure, hopefully it doesn't go flying. Because obviously if you leave it outside, the winds can catch it. It can make it go flying. I don't know why I said let us. Guys, I'm losing it. I've been talking nonstop for a while. So please forgive me for that. But like I said, seriously, if you have anything that's loose outside, bring it indoors. Because don't put yourself in harm's way. But if you can, bring it indoors because you don't want that stuff going flying. Not to mention you lose your property, but also it could become a hazard to other people as well. So definitely watch out for that. Let's see here. Do our mountain ranges in Arkansas decrease the tornado chances? Unfortunately, not really. Unfortunately, not really. That's kind of a myth. Is people think that mountains stop tornadoes. In some cases, they can, but mostly not really. Now, for areas like the Appalachian Mountains, the lower level winds could be disrupted by the mountains, which that could occur, which could obviously throw off tornado potential. But for a tornado happening on the mountains, no, not really. See, JD says, I'm not forgiving you. Oh no, what am I ever going to do? What am I ever going to do without JD's forgiveness? That is super, super sad. Let's see here. Hello, anything for northwestern Kansas? Fortunately, regarding severe storms, no. But I'm sure you're dealing with I'm sure you are definitely dealing with a bit of winter precipitation. We actually take a look here at the current radar view. Depending on where you're at here, like I said, right now we are seeing a bit of winter precipitation across northwestern Kansas right now. But like I said, that's obviously tracking northeast. A lot of it's actually moving into portions of like South Dakota now. So for you, regarding anything, like I said, regarding any severe thunderstorms, no, you're looking good. You're fine. Yeah, you're definitely okay with that. But anyways, my friends, so yeah, I mean, look how much the storms have kicked off in the last hour. Seriously, look how much more. Like I told you, I mean, every single hour, guys, that passes here, like I said, basically every single hour that passes here, the more, more coverage these storms are going to be covering, which that's a pretty big, pretty big deal there. So definitely have, got to be watching out for this because it's just more possibility, just more opportunity for more of these storms to actually go severe, which is crazy. Let's see, Ash says Kansas City, ? So Kansas City is at risk here for some thunderstorm activity, like I said, right here towards Kansas City region. Not the biggest concern today. So the biggest concerns for Arkansas, western Tennessee, northeastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana, eastern Oklahoma regions. But for Kansas City, for you, you're in the minimal, like I said, you're mostly there in the minimal threat for severe weather. But like I said, just because you're in that minimal threat does not mean that nothing can happen. You got to be watching out for it because honestly, there could be there obviously could be some heavy impacts still, just kind of more isolated possibly. Let's see here. Lando says we got rain and thunderstorms, Hot Springs, Arkansas. Well, obviously, please stay safe out there, my friend. Definitely, please stay safe out there. KDGF says I recently filled out for the moderator and accepted. Yeah, I can do that right now. There you go. You should now be moderator. It's that easy. It's really that easy. You just have to click on it. But anyway, so once again, a little update, guys. We have an active severe thunderstorm warning in southeastern Oklahoma currently kicking off here just north of Idabel. We have 16 minutes here to go, or 15 now for portions here of the way. This will expire at 1:45 local, 2:45 Eastern time. The storm is moving northeast at 52 miles per hour. For areas impacted includes portions of Bethel. So your areas have Mount Hermon, Sherwood, and Glover. So we are indeed watching out for that. This expires once again at 1:45 local or 2:45 Eastern. Like I said, the main concerns here is damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. Once again, anything that's loose outside can be thrown around in those winds, as well as the hail potential, maybe up to quarter size. So mixing in with the winds, mixing in with the hail, you could have some wind-driven hail that potentially could hurt if you're outside in it. So definitely remain indoors. Yeah, this is a storm to definitely remain indoors and honestly stay away from windows if possible. Because we don't want flying debris to go through your window and obviously knock it out right where you're next to it. So seriously, if you can, get away from windows too, just for the best of it. Just for the best of things here. They still do have the tornado possible tag. You see that right there where my cursor's at, right under the storm motion. Yep, tornado possible there, basically showing us that we do indeed have the possibility this thing could form a tornado down the line. Like I said, right now there's no immediate concerns of tornadic activity, which is good, but it's just a storm we need to watch out for here. But that is what we are looking at. So let's see here. We'll get on the radar now. All right, sounds good. Let's see. Weather is crazy these days, absolutely. Let's see. JD says Springfield, Missouri. So for areas here towards towards the region, like I said, Springfield, you're under slight risk. So if you're in Springfield, gotta be watching out for it. Still, tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds will be a possible concern here. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. Becca says, I just want to say before I sign off that hearing you say "like I said" is my favorite part of watching your video. Thank you for all you do. You're very, very welcome, Becca. No problem at all. Like I said, it's my pleasure to be here for you guys. I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. I enjoy making sure that you guys understand what's going on here. I enjoy making sure that you guys are safe out there. And it makes me feel good that I can do a part of something to help save lives. And like I said, you guys can help that too. Like I said, I know it sounds pretty cheesy, but like I said, hit that subscribe button, guys. Not for me at all, but like I said, but the more YouTube sees it, the more they're going to push out our content. And the more content's pushed out, the more lives we can save. So if you want to be a part of potentially helping out saving people's lives, hit that subscribe button. It takes 1 second. Just click on the button, and you're done. That's basically it. And it's free. Don't have to pay for anything. Yeah, don't worry about it. But that is indeed actively what we are seeing here. Let's see here. JD says he is fun to watch. Well, thank you. Like I said, I try to be. Most weather people I've noticed tend to lose viewers pretty rapidly because they're quiet. They just keep to themselves. They don't really say too much. But me, I just go all over the place. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, so I have to be hopping left and right all over the place here. Yeah, had to really rest up for this event last night. I tell you what, got some crazy sleep last night, but we're good. We're good. Let's see here. I could watch Andrew talk for weather for hours and never get bored. Well, that's good. That's definitely some good news. Let's see. Brady says hi and WW. What's up, Brady? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here, my friend. Now, once again, we have ourselves a tornado watch for the new people that are just now joining in here. Like I said, tornado watch number 1. This is the first convective watch of the year. First watch of 2023. Can you believe that? So northeastern Texas here, northwestern Louisiana, including Shreveport. A lot of north central, all the way down to southwestern Arkansas is under this as well. And portions, one county, southeastern Oklahoma is under a tornado watch as well. So this will remain in effect until 10 Eastern or 9 local, 9 central time here for wind gusts up to 70 miles per hour. We could have some winds, guys, near hurricane force. 75 mile an hour winds is hurricane force. We could have some gusts up to 70. So, kind of upper level tropical storm force, lower level hurricane force is possible. So we're watching out for that. Overall storm motions, mostly northeast here for the most part. And like I said, maximum hail size could get up to ping pong ball. Now, honestly, from what I've seen, sometimes it can get a little bigger than that. But we'll see how things play out here. But anyways, like I said, right now on the current radar view, things are popping, my friends. Yeah, we are seeing a lot of activity really starting to kick off across the way. Once again, we take a look here at the actual national radar view, and you can see storms stretching all the way into portions of actually southwestern Tennessee now, reaching all the way down over there. And the portions here, obviously, of Arkansas, portions of eastern, Texas, portions here towards Oklahoma. Yeah, these areas are starting to see some activity regarding these storms, which obviously it's good. A good thing that they did actually issue that tornado watch here because it is very much needed. Very, very, very much needed there. Absolutely. But that is indeed actively what we are watching there. But let's see here. Charlie says, Alabama, will it be bad? So for tomorrow, there's a threat for Alabama. I'll go ahead and show you really quickly, guys. Because that's actually a thing. Tomorrow we got to be watching out too. We have another enhanced risk, just like we do today. And there is a 10% significant risk as well. I'm not laughing at that. It's just crazy. So we have a back-to-back day of nasty tornadoes being possible. But with that being said, like I said, Alabama does have a big risk, especially for central and southern portions of Alabama. But the entire state of Alabama is at risk for severe storms for tomorrow being the 3rd. So we're going to watch out for that. But like I said, the cold front switching east, obviously the far, the more, or because like I said, the system's moving east, and so does the severe threat with it. It moves east as well. So basically, yeah, the storms are tracking eastward, and eventually will be across Alabama for tomorrow. Even portions of Georgia, actually. Portions of Kentucky. Wow, that actually shifted a lot further north than I thought it did. Even Louisville's under the severe weather threat tomorrow. That is interesting. Look at that. That's stretching all the way up to the Louisville region. It's actually where I live, but right now I'm in Florida, so I'm not really dealing with any of this, which is good, I guess. Let's see here. We have rotation into severe thunderstorm warning, says KDGF. Let's see here. So, like I said, we have one active warning that's in effect right now, currently kicking off across the way. Like I said, here towards Idabel, northeast of Fort Townsend. Right here at the moment, like I said, this is the one we are watching here. Like I said, we have ourselves, until 2:45, 1:45, local here. But like I said, motion northeast at 50 miles an hour, basically. But like I said, the main concern out of that warning there is 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So wind gusts could get up to 60 miles an hour, and obviously the potential of quarter-size hail as well. So quarter-size hail is, could cause some, dents in cars, stuff like that. It's a little concerning. So if you can, pull your cars in the garage. Because like I said, you don't want to have little dents in your cars, especially with the winds pushing them too. You get some wind-driven hail, that could cause some dentage. Dentage, I don't know, I think that's a word, dentage to occur on the side of cars and stuff like that. So yeah, you gotta watch out for that. Once again, loose objects outside, bring them in if you can. Seriously, you don't want that stuff going flying. You don't want your lawn chair going into your neighbor's house. So that's a reason to probably bring it inside. Definitely is kind of what we're actually seeing here. But once again, everybody, if you have any questions, once again, let us know. We are gonna be here for you guys. I want to make sure that you guys. Like I said, I want to make sure that you guys are understanding the event that's happening. I want to make sure you guys are ready to go. The only thing I ask you guys to know is to know where to go if a tornado warning is issued for your location. Like I said, if there's a tornado warning, I'll let you know if there's a tornado warning issued somewhere. I'm going to show you where it's at. But like I said, if the thing I tell you to do, what I'm telling you guys to do is make sure you just know where to go. Obviously, storm shelter, basement, best option. If you don't have that central interior room of your home, if you're in a trailer, ditch the trailer. I'm telling you, mobile home trailer, get out. Don't want to be in that. You want to find a sturdier structure, and obviously, stay away from windows, interior portion. But say worst case scenario, okay? You live in a trailer, right? Or worst case scenario, you're outside somewhere, and there's no building nearby, and you're walking around or something, watching my stream. The best thing you want to do, if the tornado is coming right at you, you have no source of anything, get into a ditch, which is something you should do. Like I said, cover your head, get into a ditch. That is the last case scenario. Let's go and see. Matthew says, are these storms moving northeast? Looks fast on my radar with lots of rotation. So yeah, these storms are moving northeast. The cold front itself is moving east, but the storms are moving northeast. If that makes any sense. But that is what we are talking about here. Devin says tweeted some possible storm damage. Interesting. Okay, let's take a look at that here really quickly. So here is some storm damage possibly. This was right here. This is Union County, Arkansas, apparently. That looks like we have a little bit of damage, wind damage here. Wow. Okay, well, obviously, first of all, this goes to Brian Price here. It's their photo. But yeah, I mean, look at that. That is already kind of a early sign of what today could bring. That's a little concerning. Well, thank you, Devin, for showing us that. Will Louisville, Kentucky be okay? Yeah, Louisville should be okay. But like I said, tomorrow, it's weird because tomorrow the actual severe threat does extend into Louisville. So watch out for that tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be your day. But anyways, that is what we are seeing here. But once again, everybody, if you have any questions, let us know. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for being here. But like I said, we have our first watch of the year, Tornado Watch numero uno. Tornado Watch number 1 issued in effect here until 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Mountain, and 7 o'clock Pacific for my friends that are in different time zones here, and you might want to know. Let's see here. Fernando says, how about Houston, Texas, and Conroe, Texas? So for Houston, I can do Houston because I know where that's at really quickly. So for areas, okay, there's Conroe actually. So for these regions, yes, there is the possibility of some severe storms today. You're in that slight risk, which is something you got to be watching out for. A few isolated severe storms. You're not in that watch though, which obviously is good for the most part. But still watch out for some, for some storms here. What is the tornado threat east of Oklahoma City? So all of, depending on where you're at, it depends exactly where you're at. Towards Tulsa, it's 2%. Towards like regions here of like, I'm trying to find an area I can actually pronounce. McAllister, that right there is a 5%. Then once you move in towards like Ida Bell, southeastern side of Oklahoma, yeah, that's where things actually get in that 10%. That's where things get to the worst probability. Like I said, guys, we take a look here back at the Storm Prediction Center. Like I said, I mean, there's seriously a pretty nasty potential today regarding these. Regarding these storms. Like I said, we have that enhanced risk, a pretty large one too. But like I said, that tornado probability, I mean, seriously, 10% significant. Once again, areas in northeastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana, a lot of Arkansas, from central to southern portions of Arkansas, portions of southeastern portions of Oklahoma, and even a small sliver in western Tennessee has the possibility here of tornadoes, a 10% chance to be exact, every 25 miles, and some of them, I hate to say it, could be quite large, EF2 and higher, possible. And like I said, that's what the Storm Prediction Center says here. If you take a look at this, you can see here, hatched area, which is that, that little netted area we just looked at, which you can see right up there. That's the netted area, that's the hatched area we call it. Hatched area, 10% greater probability of EF2 to EF5 tornadoes, but within a 25-mile point. So that is kind of what we are talking about here. So we're definitely keeping an eye there on that, and we'll definitely be watching out for this. So, anyways, but that is indeed what we are talking about here. That is indeed what we are seeing. Let's see. We got a question coming in here from Dawson saying, "Is Austin, Texas, going to see severe storms?" My mom lives there. So for Austin, Texas, here we actually go and zoom in towards portions of like Texas or Austin. I've seen Austin a lot. Why? I always forget where a lot of these areas, these most simple areas are. A lot of them is because it doesn't really show up too well. Well, depending on where, I'm literally about to look up Austin, Texas here. I should probably switch over to the other screen here too. So it depends on where it's at. Well, okay, so northeastern Texas, I'll just go ahead and say this here. If you're east of Waco, if you're in Waco, if you're towards Dallas, if you're north of Houston and in Houston, that's where the severe threat is at. And the more northeast you go, the more severe it potentially could get. So, yeah, those are the regions there we need to be watching out for. Absolutely. Let's see here. Colin says, thank you for responding. No problem. Let's see, is Vicksburg, Mississippi going to get some? So for areas in Mississippi, central and western side, you should know where you are at specifically. But if you are in these regions, like I said, basically today's probability, if you're across anywhere of the dark green and the yellow, yes, and obviously the orange there too, you do have the risk here obviously you do have the risk there of, some severe weather for today. Now tomorrow's looking a little bit worse, especially for like central eastern portions and southern portions there. So yeah, so tomorrow is kind of more of the big day for, Mississippi there, but we'll watch it. Let's see here, but that is indeed what we are looking at there. But that is what we are seeing. So once again, everybody, if you have any more questions, please let us know. Once again, we're going to be here. Share this with your your friends and family, please. Like I said, not for me, but for you. Send this to your group messages you might have or something like that. Just tell people to send it to their friends too. The more we distribute, the more lives we can save here. And if you want to be a part of that, if you want to help save lives, first of all, consider hitting that subscribe button by hitting the red button there. Like I said, it's free. Like I said, I'm not telling you guys to, but it's for everybody else. Like not for me, but for everybody else. So consider doing that and share it if you guys can as well. It means a lot. It helps out a lot. And honestly, like I said, it honestly gets the word out there. And like I said, there's a lot of people. I hate to say this, but there's a lot of people out there. Don't even know that this is they don't even know that this is going on right now, which is crazy. Is there any tornado popping up right now? We have one active severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect here, actually about to expire. This did have a tornado possible tag on it, which this is the last of the this is the last of the warning here right now, which we're watching here. Which that is good news, but like I said, the coverage though, these storms are really popping off now. Like I said, these guys are really covering some pretty decent distance here. And like I said, here just not long ago, we just got that tornado watch being issued. Once again, this is Tornado Watch number 1, the first convective watch of the year. By convective watch, I mean either a severe thunderstorm watch or a tornado watch. But this is the first convective watch of the year. Number 1, starts off with number 1 here. Expires at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central here. Indeed, what we are looking at there. Maximum wind gusts here up to 70 miles an hour. So straight line winds could be a big concern here regarding that. So definitely be watching out for that here. It's definitely a little bit concerning. But anyways, that is what we are talking about. That is indeed what we are seeing here, my friends. So once again, just please remain safe out there, my friends. And like I said, if there's anything that we can do, seriously, if there's anything that we can do at all in order to make sure that you guys stay safe out there, please let us know. Like I said, definitely let us know, my friends. And we will, like I said, we'll be here for y'all. Sorry if you see that on my screen. I'm trying to do something here real quickly. But like I said, guys, we're here for you. You better know that, too. You just definitely better know that we're here for you. All right, let's go ahead and do this really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and go back to my stream really quickly. Something I do want to post. Like I said, if you guys do want to support what we do, like I said, guys, consider, like I said, if you guys do want to support what we do, like I said, hit that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. You guys can check out that link there too if you guys would like to support us, like I said, by donations and stuff like that. Like I said, if not, don't worry about it. Not a big deal. But like I said, it does help us out with programs and stuff like that. So, anyways, got another question coming through here. Let's see here. What about tomorrow for Mississippi? Going to be bad. So yeah, so Mississippi tomorrow is going to be pretty interesting. Like I said, we'll take a look here at the future radar, something we haven't looked at here in a little bit. The latest, the 18-0 has actually came out already. But anyways, regarding those storms here, you can kind of see how Mississippi is going to be getting this line of storms here. Perhaps maybe a few isolated storms as well, across these regions. So watch out for that. A few of them obviously is expected to be severe. Like I said, portions in southern Mississippi, like I said, here for actually tomorrow, is actually at a pretty decent risk here. We take a look here back at the main screen. You can see that enhanced risk. Yeah, once again, we have another enhanced risk here for tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow, back-to-back enhanced risk here, which, like I said, enhanced risk is basically a pretty decent severe weather event. That's basically what that is. But anyways, that is indeed actively what we are watching and stuff like that. So, seriously, just we're going to be watching those areas tomorrow as well. We'll be live for you guys. I'm going to try to be live for you guys tomorrow as well. Let's see, VCart with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much there, VCart. Greatly appreciated. Huge shout out goes to VCart. Thank you so much for supporting us. Greatly appreciated. And obviously that'll help go towards the program, like the specific one I'm looking at right now. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciated. But once again, everybody, like I said, we are seeing a lot of storms really starting to kick off across Arkansas. Things are really starting to heat up here. Like I said, the storms are really starting to grow out in size, which is definitely a bit crazy. And like I said, overall coverage over the next several hours is actually expected to just increase. Like I said, we track our way down here in time. As you can see, areas here, like I said, right now it's almost 3 o'clock now. Like I said, for these areas, northeastern or eastern sides of Texas, eastern Oklahoma, portions of Arkansas, the storms are actually going to really just start growing in size and in strength. And obviously, this low pressure system tracks its way up here is going to be strengthening as well. Snow continuing for the north here. Like I said, that's another thing. Snow is also a big concern out of this. Like I said, we have a big snow event out of this guy too, where over a foot of snow can be expected across a lot of these regions here, which is definitely crazy. Let's see, Crystal Miller with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Crystal. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel as well. Thank you guys so much for that. Super, super generous of you. Super, super nice. Thank you so much for that. Greatly, greatly appreciated. But once again, everybody, like I said, we have ourselves a tornado watch in effect until 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. Crystal, once again, big shout out goes to you. Thank you so much for all the support, guys. Definitely means a lot to us. And like I said, if you have not already, guys, hit that subscribe button. Be greatly appreciated. Like I said, not for me, but for you guys, because I want you guys to be prepared. I want you guys to stay safe out there, and we're going to do everything I can. I'm going to do everything I can in my power to make sure that you guys are ready to rock. Like I said, make sure you guys are ready to go here. Anyways, I couldn't see here. But that is what we are seeing here. Let's see. But once again, everybody, like I said, if you have any more questions, we're going to be here. Do I think there's going to be school tomorrow for Mississippi? I mean, honestly, you know, some areas in Mississippi could get out of school. Like I said, it really just depends where. But I'm going to have to say I'm going to have to most likely have to stick with it's going to be normal schedule. Like I said, it depends on where you're at, though. I mean, some counties are different than others. Some would close it for lower standards than others, stuff like that. But like I said, I mean, there's really no approximate answer to that, specifically. But that is that is what we are seeing here. But once again, everybody, like I said, seriously, any questions? If you're worried about a specific location, let us know. Now, we're going to go ahead and move on over here back to the Storm Prediction Center, my friends. We're going to take a look at this here right now. Like I said, we have a big risk here for today. Like I said, if you guys are anywhere, if you know any family, if you have any friends, family, or yourself is in any of these areas here, if you're in the dark green area, listen up. This is where severe storms are going to start. So we are, or basically, you know, the start of severe potential starts here, I should say. So across the areas here in, like I said, across the areas here in the dark green, this is where a few isolated, kind of scattered, kind of spread out severe storms are possible. Really no way of telling where those severe storms will be, but that general area is possibly going to see some severe thunderstorms. Now, once we move into the yellow, that's where things, like I said, get more severe. That's where obviously the higher percentage of having severe storms increases. That's where storms could be a bit more stronger as well as once we move into the orange. Like I said, the big bullseye for today. That's the big event for today. That is where numerous severe storms are going to be expected across the region. So multiple severe thunderstorms with potentially nasty impacts could be possible. Like I said, tornado probability here today, 10% significant risk. Like I said, across that area here in yellow, that is a pretty big risk here. You know, that is definitely a pretty big risk here we're talking about. Like I said, every 25 miles, you have a 10% chance of having a tornado touchdown, which that's pretty crazy. So for portions of northeastern Texas, southeastern Oklahoma, portions of central and southern Arkansas, and northwestern Louisiana. You know, those areas in that yellow dashed line region, like I said, that's significant risk for EF2 to EF5 tornadoes. Can't be ruled out. That's our biggest threat today. 5% chance across the brown, lower probability, still tornado potential, and the green, the lowest percentage, but still cannot be ruled out here. When it comes to damaging winds, though, like I said, straight line wind damage across that big area we were just talking about, that enhanced risk, bit concerning. 30% chance we could see some damaging winds here up to 70 miles an hour, which is pretty crazy. Like I said, this includes portions of Memphis, Shreveport, Little Rock, Tyler, Texas, Fort Smith, Arkansas, and surrounding areas here, which is a little bit concerning there. So yeah, damaging winds is a big concern, and hail is a concern, but not as a big a concern as, let's say, tornadoes or damaging winds. Obviously not really in that. Now the probability of having hail outrules the probability of having tornadoes, but the impact of tornadoes is much greater than hail, if that makes any sense. Like I said, maximum hail today could get up to basically about ping pong ball size or larger, according to what the watch had to say. And like I said, for my local people, or for my new people who's just now joining the stream, first of all, I'm going to give you all a warm welcome. Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you all here under these unfortunate circumstances. But like I said, across the way, northeastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana here, southeastern Oklahoma with one county, and a lot of Arkansas. And this pink bracket you see here, this is Tornado Watch number 1. This is the first convective watch. Like I said, what I mean by convective, meaning severe thunderstorm watch or tornado watch, is the first watch to be issued of the new year. So that's pretty weird. For the 2nd of January, we had to have our first tornado watch. Already off to a great start in 2023. But like I said, seriously, those are the regions where we have tornado probabilities. And across the region here, there's a pretty decent chance we could see some tornadoes here. So be watching out for that. Like I said, 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts could also be a possibility, and ping pong ball size hail is also cannot be ruled out there as well. So be watching out for that. Definitely be watching out for this. Let's see, funnel cloud southwest of DeKalb, Texas at 125 on Highway 259. So, Devin, is that Eastern or Central time here? Is that Eastern and Central Time? I'm starting to notice those storms here just northwest of Little Rock really actually starting to grow in intensity. Y'all see that? We're going to switch over here to the Little Rock, Arkansas radar view. Yeah, those storms are getting a lot more darker, which meaning obviously heavier, heavier rainfall for one. I'm sure a lot more activity with lightning. Even radar, is kind of picking up, some hail possibility. Like I said, 60% possibility of some hail and stuff towards Conway, which is interesting. Sewing says, not a drop here. Stillwater is looking interesting. Gotcha. Adir says 18Z Shreveport sounding had 3,000 Cape and 1,700 surface bays. Wow, much higher than predicted. That's actually really concerning. Yeah, like I said, the forecast models are showing anywhere from about 1,000 to 1,500 for the most part across a lot of those regions. If you don't know what that means, it's basically the available energy in the atmosphere. Think of it as a fuel. Like I said, I always compare this to a fuel in a car. If you don't have any gas, if you don't have any gas in your gas tank, you're not getting anywhere. If you have a lot of gas, you're going far. Basically the same thing with this. If you have a lot of fuel, you're going far with these storms. If you don't have a lot of fuel, you're not really going to go that far. So in this case, we have a lot of fuel, so that means these storms can go really far. That's basically what that's saying here, is that there's some big potential on the atmosphere today. That's basically what that is saying here. But that is what we're looking at. Yeah, a lot of thunderstorm activity really starting to kick off across portions here of western Arkansas into central Arkansas. Like I said, even Memphis, Tennessee, looking like we're getting ready to get some action here. Let's go and see if I have a Memphis, Tennessee live camera. I think I do. I don't think I do. That sucks. Yeah, like I said, I usually try to look for a live camera here in Memphis. We don't really have anything, unfortunately, for those regions there. But if, like I said, if anyone finds a camera towards Memphis and is willing to share it with us, by all means, send it to us on Twitter. Like I said, if you have any storm reports, any conditional reports, tag us on Twitter. You guys can see it up there in the far right-hand corner. Tag us on Twitter at NWW1162 here, which is pretty, like I said, you guys can check all that out. Let's see here. Devin says low scud, which basically scud means lower level clouds. Some people mistake them for tornadoes sometimes, which they're just low-hanging clouds, basically. Mini supercell south of Memphis, Tennessee. Let me actually look at that really quickly. Let's see here. We're going to take a look across the area. Memphis has to have a radar. Yep, there you go. KNOA. That's the closest radar there. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take a look at the velocity scan. It does not appear... So, Devin, you say it's a supercell, but there's no rotation going on with it. Therefore, it does not make it a supercell. But it is a strong storm. I will give you that, though. But that is what we are looking at. But yeah, Memphis is about to get hit by this storm here. Like I said, right now it's not severe, but there's a special weather statement just southwest of Memphis here with this one storm here, which that is what we are looking at. So, but yeah, by the way, we're just gonna be looking out for that storm here. We'll see if it goes severe one. Right now, there's no indicators that it is, but it's definitely looking like it might be strengthening here, which we're gonna keep an eye out here for. Does Cape also affect the strength? Yes. The higher the Cape, the more stronger they could potentially get. But obviously, other factors is included with that as well. I-35 seems to be where the severe weather starts, says Sewing. Let's see here. This is the same storm in Southern California. Got affected with New Year's Eve. Yeah. So basically, like I said, it really started out with a whole bunch of moisture. A whole bunch of, moisture-filled air moving in, really flooding the California region. Then moved this way, basically eastward, developed a surface low across the Central Plains, tracked northeast, really strengthening right now, and pulling up a lot of moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, firing off these storms, mixing it with the cold air from the north and the warm air from the south, basically. That's kind of the scientific part of what's going on right now. But yeah, but that's what's happening, my friends. Let's go ahead and switch on back here to Arkansas. But yeah, we're going to keep an eye on that Memphis storm here. It's actually looking like it's strengthening quite a bit here. But that is what we're looking at. Steven says, hey, Andrew and Proxy, what's up? Hope you're doing good. John says, is there any severe weather for 75156? So here's the thing. Like I said, we're not doing zip codes, but if you could tell me the state and what side of the state, either being east, north, south, west, whatever, let me know that way. Because like I said, we don't have enough time to specifically look up everyone's zip codes today. Because like I said, there's a lot of people watching here for one, but two, like I said, obviously, we just don't have that much time to do that. So, because like I said, we're hopping all over the place today. There's a lot of stuff to be talking about here. But that is indeed what we're looking at. So, but like I said, if you have any questions, still don't hesitate to ask. Because like I said, we can help you. That's the reason of this channel, is to make sure you guys are getting help. To make sure you guys are understanding the situation that is occurring. So that's basically, what this is about here. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and take this over here once again, everybody, to, let's see here. We're going to take this over here. I actually got a report coming through here from Devin. This right here is some lightning strikes happening. Well, I actually can't share that there, Devin, because that's copyrighted. But anyways, there is this one I can show you guys. This is from Devin. Yeah, there you go. I'm going to show this here really quickly. So this is actually someone I actually know that Devin actually tweeted this from. But here we go. So this is what we're looking at. So basically, this is what we were looking at there. A lot of energy. Yep. Mixed layer Cape, about 2,000. That's a lot of energy. That's plenty enough instability. And so that's plenty enough instability there. Okay, guys, we have ourselves a tornado warning in effect. Our first tornado warning of the day. We're going to have to go ahead and turn to code red, my friends, because we have an active tornado warning here. Southeast of Lufkin. That is not good. So there you go, right there. Tornado warning in effect here, basically northwest here of Jasper. See Jasper County here, I believe. So just northeast of Woodville. So northeast of Woodville, basically northwest of Jasper here. This is a tornado warning that's in effect here. It appears to be mostly over rural areas here, from what it looks like. Yeah, there you go. So you can actually see the text right here that they put. This tornadic thunderstorm will remain over mainly rural areas here for the most part. So we'll watch out for that. Here comes a warning coming through. I don't know if this is a tornado warning, but what's kind of weird is that what we're listening to, I think, is more up here. New warning, new severe thunderstorm warning. So yeah, things are kicking off, guys. Wow, yeah, things just heated up to a whole new level. Okay, first tornado warning, guys. Yeah, that's a bit of rotation there. You guys can see that right there. Radar is eastward. So there's the radar right there. You see that little donut hole? Okay, so with that being said, we have the winds. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Here we go. We have the winds going towards the radar in this direction and away from the radar in this direction. So we can infer that there's a bit of rotation happening. So that's why there's a tornado warning being issued. That's interesting. Here, let's pull up correlation coefficient real quickly. Let's see. I'm trying to find a little closer radar. I don't think there's any closer radars to what we got now. Okay. So, what you just heard there was the No Weather Radio talking about the severe thunderstorm warning in southwestern Arkansas, also portions of northeastern Texas. This is for areas such as Ashdown, New Boston, let's see, Horatio, Foreman, Hooks, Maud, Red Lick, Locksburg, Wilton, Winthrop, Ben Lamond, Richmond, Leary, Oak Grove, Silver Ridge, Geneva, Central, Lebanon, Wallace, and Arden. A lot of areas that's included with this severe thunderstorm warning. This one's in effect here. It does have a tornado possible too. Y'all see that tornado possible tag there? Let me switch up radar views. Maybe I think Fort Smith is the closest here. The tornado possible means that what it sounds like. The tornado could be possible out of that storm. But right now, there's no immediate danger of a tornado. If that was the case, then they'd issue a tornado warning. But like I said, it's just saying, heads up, guys, that there's a possibility. But speaking of tornado, like I said, we have a pretty interesting storm happening. We have a tornado warning in effect for Texas right now, northwest of Jasper, for Jasper County here. Currently kicking off across the way. Like I said, there's a couplet right there. That, if you look at that right there, you see the greens and the reds. The green means that the winds are moving at the radar. The red means they're moving away from the radar. So with the close approximation, they are rotating, which is how the radar sees it, because it can only see from one direction. It can only look at things directly, and it can see that the winds that are coming back, and it can see the winds that are going forward. And so it detects that in the form of rotation. That's what we're looking at. So yeah, rotation happening, 26 minutes. Also the possibility of penny-sized hail as well, 0.75 inches. Like I said, that's what we're looking at. But that is indeed what we are looking at. That is what we are seeing here. Let's see, Cara says donated $10 and got receipts for it, but having an issue with Google Play today, so it didn't show up in Super Chat. Well, Cara, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. Hopefully it'll come up here soon then. Well, thank you so much there, Car. Seriously, you did not have to do that. Let's go and see. They're taking a while to update their outlook. Yeah, actually, we're getting a new SPC outlook here soon. That's right here about 3 o'clock, right? Yep, that'll do. That's kind of what we're seeing here. Let's go and take a look here back at correlation coefficient, though. I want to take a look at that. I don't think that. Yeah, that's not debris. So CC, what you see here is what we call correlation coefficient. This is what we use to detect a tornado on the ground. Basically, it detects the debris that gets shot up in the air. Radar slices it and it detects it. But in this case, we do not see any debris right now. But the radar is far away though, and obviously has to scan a lot higher. But yeah, I mean there is a decent amount of rotation going on there for sure, absolutely, which we are going to be watching out here for very, very closely. But once again, everybody, if you have any questions at all, make sure you let us know here. We are going to be here for you guys. Like I said, seriously, today is a pretty big day that we're talking about here. I mean, seriously, things are getting a little bit crazy here. So once again, if there's anything that we can do for you, please let us know. We're going to make sure you guys are staying alert and being aware with the current situation. Like I said, we also do have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect across portions here of southwestern Arkansas and northeastern Oklahoma. Like I said, for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, and also the possibility of a tornado. Right now, there's no immediate tornado danger out of this storm, but it's showing the possibility that we could see that, in which we are going to be watching out here for. So we'll keep an eye on it. Devin says there's a new mesoscale discussion for another tornado watch. Interesting. So we'll definitely keep an eye there on that. But that is indeed what we are seeing here. But like I said, here's the overall risk for today. Once again, if you guys are across the dark green, if you guys are across the yellow, and especially the orange, you guys are at risk for severe weather here for today. So like I said, especially the yellow and especially the orange. Like I said, the orange there, like I said, the orange is definitely in the zone like I said, that's the bullseye today. That's kind of the big area today. Once again, northeastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana, pretty much the entirety of Arkansas even, western Tennessee, and basically southeastern Oklahoma. That is kind of what we're looking at there. That's the big threat, is the orange. That's the big threat here. Like I said, unfortunately, regarding tornadoes is one of the biggest concerns here today. Like I said, we take a look here back at the main view. We have this 10% that's kind of netted. You see this black little lines going through. Like I said, I've explained this. This is the hatch risk. This is the significant risk area. Basically, the grounds of where some of these tornadoes could be large. In fact, not just a larger chance of seeing tornadoes. That's the biggest chance of seeing them across the yellow, but also the biggest chance of seeing them being the largest too is across the areas of yellow. So watch out for that there. Pretty crazy. Lifted says 352 people watching. Everyone knows at least 5 to 10 people. There are people who ignore the news, who ignore phone alerts. We can all do our part by being ready and getting others ready. Well said. I mean, seriously, like I said, guys, seriously, consider hitting that subscribe button first of all. Like I said, I'm not going to force you guys to do like a whole bunch of other YouTubers are like, do it now. I'm not like that. I'm just like, if you can, that's cool. Like I said, it's free. Like I said, it doesn't cost anything. You just have to hit the subscribe button. But like I said, also, if you could share this with your friends and family, because the more we get the word out there, the more lives we can save. And like I said, if you guys would be a part of that, if you guys would like to be a part of that and helping people's lives, consider that. Definitely consider doing that. Like I said, we push this out to get people notified. We push this out so much to get people aware of the situation here. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning in effect across portions here of, kind of similar to where the tornado warning is. Once again, east central Texas going on here at the moment. Basically west here of Hemp Hill, east of Broadus. I think it's probably right around those regions. Now here's the thing: damaging winds is the only concern out of this in particular one here. They do have a tornado possible tag on that, so watch out for this here. But like I said, damaging winds is the only immediate concern regarding this here. Indeed, what we're looking at. But penny-sized hail also possible. 0.75 is penny-sized hail, so keep a lookout for that. But anyways, regarding the tornado warning that we have in effect here, it looks like that rotation is actually tracking a little bit here to the north, in which we are going to be seeing that. So we're going to be watching that here. But anyways, that is indeed actively what we are seeing here. Here's what Devin actually sent us a little bit ago here. They're considering the risk of severe storms capable of producing all hazards, increasing. A tornado watch is likely this afternoon for much of the area. So they're considering a tornado watch for like the Dallas area, They're considering a tornado watch for like the Tulsa area, Oklahoma City area. A lot of central and eastern. I'm trying to like zoom out enough to where you can see that the best. Let's try this. There, that works out. Okay, so yeah, so basically, like I was saying there, northeastern Texas, towards the Dallas-Fort Worth region, towards the Tulsa region here too, Oklahoma City. That's around the grounds where the new watch could be issued. So that's basically what that's saying there. So just keep an eye on that. We'll definitely continue to watch this here very, very closely. So, but anyways, my friends, that is indeed actively what we are seeing here. So once again, everybody, just please stay safe out there and everything like that. So, but anyways, I tell you what, my friends, we've been live here for over 2 hours. Like I said, we have been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes. So I tell you what, we're gonna go ahead and take off for break here for a minute. Like I said, because we've been live, I'm gonna rest my voice for 1 second. Go grab some water, because first of all, it's very, very hot up here for one, and two, I after talking so much, you need some water and stuff like that. So give me 10 minutes, guys. We'll be back here. Don't go anywhere. I'll play some music and stuff like that for you guys here too, because I changed up the scenery here for a minute. So we'll keep it on the warnings. We'll keep it on everything like that, so you guys can stay up to date here. But once again, everybody, thank you all so much for joining us, and I hope you all enjoyed big nostalgia back into the early NCS days. My kind of cool favorite music I used to listen to. But all right, my friends, well, we'll be back here in about 10 minutes, so hang tight, my friends, and we'll catch you guys here in a moment.
Central Bowie County in northeastern Texas until 2:45 p.m. At 1:59 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Winthrop to Foreman to 8 miles west of Richmond to near Maud, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ashdown, New Boston, Horatio, Foreman, Oaks, Maud, Red Lake, Lawrenceburg, Wilton, Winthrop, Van Loman, Richmond, Berry, Elk Grove, Silver Ridge, Geneva, Central, Lebanon, Wallace, and Arden. The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Little River County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Sevier County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Bowie County in northeastern Texas until 2:45 p.m. At 1:59 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Winthrop to Foreman to 8 miles west of Richmond to near Maud, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ashdown, New Boston, Horatio, Foreman, Hooks, Maud, Red Lake, Lockersburg, Wilton, Winthrop, Van Loman, Richmond, Larry, Elk Grove, Silver Ridge, Geneva, Central, Lebanon, Wallace, and Arden. The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Little River County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Sevier County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Bowie County in northeastern Texas until 2:45 p.m. At 1:59 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Winthrop to Foreman to 8 miles west of Richmond to near Maud, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ashdown, New Boston, Horatio, Foreman, Hooks, Maud, Red Lake, Lawrenceburg, Wilton, Winthrop, Van Loman, Richmond, Larry, Elk Grove, Silver Ridge, Geneva, Central, Lebanon, Wallace, and Arden. The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Little River County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Sevier County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Bowie County in northeastern Texas until 2:45 p.m. At 1:59 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ashdown, New Boston, Horatio, Pullman, Hooks, Maud, Redley, Lawrenceburg, Wilson. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Portions of central Arkansas, eastern Arkansas, north central Arkansas, southeast Arkansas, and southwest Arkansas, including the following counties: in central Arkansas, Faulkner, Garland, Grant, Lone Oak, Prairie, Pulaski, Saline, and White. In eastern Arkansas, Jackson, Lawrence, Monroe, Randolph, and Woodruff. In north central Arkansas, Cleburne, Independence, and Sharp. In southeast Arkansas, Bradley, Cleveland, Deshea, Drew, Jefferson, and Lincoln. In southwest Arkansas, Calhoun, Clark, Dallas, Hot Springs, Washington, and Pike. Through late tonight, impacts, excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Additional details: widespread rain and thunderstorms are expected to develop and move across the watch area. 2 to 3 inches of rain is expected, along with locally higher amounts, which could lead to flash flooding. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Little River County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Sevier County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Bowie County in northeastern Texas, until 2:45 p.m. At 1:59 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Winthrop to Pullman to 8 miles west of Richmond to near Maud, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ashdown, New Boston, Horatio, Pullman, Hooks, Maud, Redley, Lawrenceburg, Wilton, Winthrop, Van Loman, Richmond, Leary, Oak Grove, Silver Ridge, Geneva, Central, Lebanon, Wallace, and Arden. The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Little River County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Sevier County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Bowie County in northeastern Texas, until 2:45 p.m. At 1:59 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Winthrop to Pullman to 8 miles west of Richmond to near Maud, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ashdown, New Boston, Horatio, Pullman, Hooks, Maud, Redley, Lawrenceburg, Wilton, Winthrop, Van Loman, Richmond, Leary, Oak Grove, Silver Ridge, Geneva, Central, Lebanon, Wallace, and Arden. The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Little River County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Sevier County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Bowie County in northeastern Texas, until 2:45 p.m. At 1:59 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Winthrop to Pullman to 8 miles west of Richmond to near Maud, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ashdown, New Boston, Horatio, issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Little River County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Sevier County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Bowie County in northeastern Texas until 2:45 p.m. At 1:59 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Winthrop to Foreman to 8 miles west of Richmond to near Maud, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour with gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Ashdown, New Boston, Horatio, Foreman, Hooks, Maud, Red Lake, Longford, Wilton, Winthrop, Van Loman, Richmond, Leary, Oak Grove, Silver Ridge, Geneva, Central, Lebanon, Wallace, and Arden. The National Weather Service in Shreveport has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Little River County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Sevier County in southwestern Arkansas, Central Bowie County in northeastern Texas until 2:45 p.m. At 1:59 p.m., severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Winthrop to Foreman to 8 miles west of Richmond to near Maud, moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts.
Alrighty, friends. Hope everyone is doing okay. Welcome back here to the coverage. We're going to go ahead and pick up here where we left off. I had to take a little bit of a break there. Hope you guys enjoyed the tunes while we were gone here. Hope everyone is doing okay once again. If you have any questions, let us know. We're going to be here for you guys. Anyways, the latest verdict here regarding the latest information, we do not have that tornado warning in effect anymore, which is some good news. However, we do have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect across portions of eastern or east central Texas here, just north of Jasper here. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hail is a concern out of this, so we're going to have to watch out for that. Anyways, here to south of St. Augustine, actually included inside of this here, in which we are indeed going to be watching out for. So obviously the main concern is the possibility of some wind damage, so watch out for that. If you have anything loose outside, make sure you bring it indoors and stuff like that. So, but don't like I said, don't put yourself out in harm's way though. That's the thing, which is definitely, like I said, obviously that is that's definitely something we got to consider with this in particular storm here. Like I said, we also do have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect across portions of southwestern Arkansas and northeastern Texas here at the moment. Like I said, right here between portions of, like I said, right here just west of Nashville. This is not Nashville, Tennessee, by the way. This is Nashville, Arkansas, just west of it for the most part. For areas of DeQueen, east of DeKalb, Texas, here across the region. Like I said, the main concern here is, for damaging winds and obviously quarter-size hail as well, which we are going to be watching out here for. Storms moving northeast at 29 miles per hour here. Will expire at 2:45 local. So once again, areas of Ashdown, portions of New Boston, Foreman, Hooks, Maud, Red Lick, Locksburg, Wilton, Winthrop, Ben Lomond, Richmond, Leary, Oak Grove, Silver Ridge, Geneva, Central, Lebanon, Wallace, and Arden. A lot of areas there, my friends. So yeah, we're talking there. Everywhere is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect. We have 22 minutes to go until this is canceled here. But that is indeed what we're looking at. I'm having word coming through from Devin that there's another tornado warning in effect here. Let's see here. Right now, I tell you what, looks like it. Let's see. Where's this at? She said in Arkansas, right? Oh, there it is. Kind of hiding away from me there. Right there on the, right there on the watch line. Kind of the same color there. But yeah, you're right. We have ourselves a tornado warning now. The first one for Arkansas across portions of the northwestern side, right here towards Interstate 40, right here next to Clarksville in Paris. So we have ourselves a tornado warning in effect here for 36 more minutes. We'll take a look at velocity. Yeah, looks like a bit of rotation here, Paris, not probably the Paris you're thinking of, but this is this is Paris, Arkansas, by the way. Once again, northwestern side. You can see those really bright reds and those greens starting to mix together. That is a little bit of rotation, looking like it is getting ready to pop up across, it's starting to pop up across the regions there. So that's an area we got to watch out here for. Is obviously the concern for a tornado here. So watch out for that. Once again, tornado warning in effect here. Also, quarter-size hail is possible too out of this. So for areas here, this includes Clarksville, Paris, Subico, Hartman, Scranton, Ratcliffe, Woodland, let's go see, Hinkle, I think that's how you say that, Hoyt, Sparta, Coal Hill, Calksville, Morrison Bluff, Catalpa. There's some weird names here, by the way. I'm trying to get to as many as possible, most accurately as possible. Roseville included, Union City, Oark, yeah, Hunt, Wilkins, and New Spadra is included there with that warning. So you, my friends, got to be inside of your shelters. Like I said, obviously the best place to be, if you don't have a basement or a storm cellar, obviously the best place to be is inside the central interior room of your home. Like I said, find the most central interior room, such as a closet, such as a bathroom. Kind of a small confined space would be the best. And put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. Like I said, once again, if you're in an area where you're in a trailer, it's just a mobile home or a trailer, like I said, seriously, in that case, you just want to get out of your trailer. And seriously, you'll find somewhere else that's more stable, such as like a cinder block building, a place with a basement, storm cellar, first place you want to find. But if that's not the case, and say you're in the middle of literally nowhere, which across these regions is pretty populated, so I wouldn't see why you wouldn't. But if you're worst case scenario in the middle of nowhere, there's nothing nearby and stuff like that, what you want to do is you want to find a ditch and cover your head. And like I said, during these events here, if you're in a warning, if you have the stuff necessary, like bring a first aid kit, bring your shoes, bring your helmet, because the helmet's going to help protect your head from flying debris. If, say the tornado does breach your home, obviously there is with the shoes, splinters, big concern, nails, glass, sheet metal, sharp objects all over the ground here, which is really, really crazy. But that is indeed what we are looking at. So, big concern there with that. So, once again, tornado warning in effect here for the next 34 minutes. Once again, across portions of northwestern Arkansas. Here's the state of Arkansas. We zoom into the northwestern side here, directly due east of Fort Smith. I mean, we literally travel directly east here on I-40. You'll cut right into the tornado warning. And that is literally right here. We're going to take a look here. We'll grab up our tool here. So from the center of Fort Smith to the edge of the polygon, it's only about 30 miles. And where the rotation is at from Fort Smith is about 33 miles here, which is what we're looking at there. So we'll definitely keep an eye out here. And let's see here. Aaron says, how will St. Louis be? So St. Louis, honestly, for the most part, regarding like tornadoes and such, you're good. But St. Louis is at risk here for a few isolated strong to severe storms. So keep an eye out there for the possibility of a few rumbles of thunder. Once again, some storms could be severe there. So I didn't mean to shake the whole desk here. But like I said, obviously, those regions should watch out for it. Definitely keep an eye on it. How will it be in North Carolina? So North Carolina, regarding today, not a concern about anything. Let's go and remove this, and I'll show you. Actually, tomorrow, like I said, tomorrow we have another big day, unfortunately. We have ourselves a day, another risk here for another enhanced risk across Louisiana, South Mississippi, and southern and central portions of Alabama, too. But for North Carolina, western North Carolina here, possibly included here towards like Andrews, right here towards Franklin, west of Asheville, has the possibility of some severe storms tomorrow. But like I said, today is the day we're paying attention to right now. And stuff like that. But once again, everybody, we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning in southwestern Arkansas as well, northeastern Texas. But it looks like the stormage has moved out of Texas. That's a new word I'm going to add to my dictionary: is stormage. So all the stormage has moved out of northeastern Texas, or from this severe warning, I should say. There's still a lot of stormage happening. A few isolated spotty showers and storms going on here, but across the areas. Like I said, most of this, severe stormage is going across southwestern Arkansas here. So, obviously, with that being said, we have 16 minutes to go. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail is a concern here. KDGF says, can I stream my stream alongside your stream, and I'll shout you out? That's a lot. That's like a riddle or something. I don't care. That's fine. Let's see here. Do I think that the current tornado watch for Arkansas may be brought back when the second round goes through tonight? So for portions of Arkansas, okay. So for Arkansas, well, here's the thing. So obviously the tornado watch here expires at about 9 o'clock Central Time. Which, if we take a look here at the future radar and based off of things here, we'll drive this down here to the south with the latest models here. We actually have ourselves 19Z HRR out here by now. But anyways, take a look here back at this, though. Like I said, we have that main line kind of moving through pretty early. You know, we're kind of talking past midnight across portions here. You can see the time just right there, my friends, top left. And you can see here just past midnight that line moves through, which would be at midnight, should be around central portions of Arkansas. So you're wondering if they're going to issue another watch or keep this one. They probably would not keep this one. Probably not. They're probably not going to extend that. Or they'll probably issue another one if need be. If it needs to be, then they'll do it. But depends on the severity index. Anyways, but that one warning just now updated here. Southwestern Arkansas, 60-mile-an-hour wind gust, quarter-size hail west of Nashville. Once again, not Nashville, Tennessee, Nashville, Arkansas here. But once again here, tornado possible included with this. Areas impacted does include Ashdown, Locksburg, Wilton, Ben Lomond, Richmond, Oak Grove, Lebanon, let's see here, Silver Ridge, Provo, let's see here, Pine Prairie, and Bellevue is included inside of that there. So that is what we are actively watching. So keep an eye on that. And of course, we have ourselves our tornado warning. We have an active tornado warning here in effect across portions here of Ozark towards Paris region, you know, east of Ozark for the most part here towards Clarksville, Interstate 40 included. 30 minutes to go on this guy. We take a look here at the velocity on it. It looks like a lot of the inbound winds are actually fading, which is some good news, but there is a lot of outbound winds, which this is turning from more of a tornado concern to more of a damaging wind concern. Because those high colored values there. It's probably causing some damaging winds here. So we'll definitely need to watch out for that. But still a tornado warning in effect. Still got to be in your shelters until further notice. I will let you know when you're safe to do so. Let's see here. How will the severe weather be for northwestern Tennessee? So for northwestern Tennessee, yeah, we actually have a pretty big risk here depending on how far northwestern you are. Like, say, if you consider, like, you know, Nashville northwestern, which is kind of more west central. But areas here just west of Nashville, anything west of Nashville is under a risk for severe storms today, and which will be likely later on tonight. So we got to be watching out for that. How is it in San Diego? Good. There's nothing going on over there. Like I said, this event is isolated to the southern plains, Midwest, and Southeast. But like I said, so we're going to go ahead and move on back here, guys, to the Storm Prediction Review. Like I said, we're going to take a look here at the current information coming through here from the Storm Prediction Center. I guess they had to have updated that risk here. Let's see, when did they update that? Yep, 33 minutes ago. Okay. Yep, so they kept the enhanced risk here. We're going to go ahead and switch over here to that right now. We still have that enhanced risk that is there. Like I said, the big severe threat for today, the bullseye is across the orange. That is the worst of today's severe weather expectancy. That's kind of expected to be the worst area here. Level 3 out of 5. The higher the level, the more severe it gets. Level 2, still some severe storms expected. Some isolated to, kind of scattered, severe storms possible. And 1 is a lot more isolated. A lot more spread out type of severe storms even possible. But that is what we are seeing here. Let's see here. Sharon says it's nice that you answer people's questions on chat. Very nice feature of your live broadcast. Hey, that's what I try to do. And like I said, I'm here for you guys. Obviously I care about you all. If I didn't, I would not be doing all this for you. If I didn't care about you guys, I would not be live right now. And obviously I would not be answering you guys' questions. But yeah, absolutely. It's what I'm here for. It's my honor to be here for you guys. I really enjoy it, honestly. Just having company, hanging out here with you guys too is awesome. What website is this radar on? This is not a website, or this one's a website. But the radar you're talking about here over on this one, this is a program I use, a paid program. It's called WSV3. Pretty cool program. Jonathan says, how's everyone doing today? Pretty good, other than the severe weather. Other than that, yeah, not too bad. Honestly, not too bad. But anyways, my friends, once again, updates. We do have a tornado warning in effect for northwestern Arkansas. Currently kicking off across the way. Once again, east of Fort Smith, here we have ourselves that in effect. Areas of Paris, areas here of Clarksville, east of Ozark, east of Charleston. A tornado warning is in effect for the next 25 minutes. So I'll let you guys know whenever this does get canceled here. I'll definitely let you guys know that. Let's go see, how will Jonesboro, Arkansas be? So areas here towards the region, if you take a look here across, obviously across portions here of Arkansas. So if we take a look here across, depends on where Jonesboro is at. I'm always losing these places. I swear I've been to Jonesboro many times on the streams here. There you go, Jonesboro. Okay, so northeastern Arkansas, you are still in the bullseye of the worst expectancy for today. Like I said, it does not mean to panic, does not mean to worry about it, but like I said, just keep an eye on the weather. That's what you can do. Like I said, we're going to be monitoring this for a while. We've already been live here for pretty much nearly 3 hours now. We're pushing 3 hours now. And like I said, if there's a tornado warning or something like that that gets issued for you, then we'll let you know, okay? So we'll definitely let you know there. Let's see here, but that's what we're looking at. Jaden says, Kansas City, Missouri, how is it looking? So, yeah, Kansas City is actually at risk for a few severe thunderstorms today, too. Like I said, you're in that marginal risk, though, that kind of lowest end severe field, lowest end probability. Wow. This cup was full of ice, like, when I took a break, and now it's already melted. Let's go show you how hot it is here. But anyways, that's what we're looking at. Let's go and see here. Got a question. It says Hughes saying, is the storms going to die down overnight? Unfortunately, no. We take a look here at the future models here. So we take a look at the future radar. Here's the latest HRRR. If you want to follow on time, once again, it's right up there, top left. But like I said, with all these storms that's kicking off here, they're only expected to increase in coverage. I mean, you can see nighttime, actually happens around, 6 o'clock here. 6 o'clock Eastern time, which will be around, 5 o'clock. Honestly, about 7 o'clock Eastern time for the sunset around here. But look, the storms are going to continue in that straight fashion overnight. And like I said, it really has the concern for me. It's making me a little worried about the possibility of nocturnal tornadoes. Like I said, what nocturnal means active at night. Brings the possibility of some nocturnal tornadoes there. So, a little concerning there. Let's see here. How's it looking for southeastern Oklahoma? So southeastern Oklahoma, yeah, depending on how far southeast you are, the more the severity increases. So if you're talking like Hugo area, yeah, you're in the target area there. I mean, you're in that enhanced risk. Or if your areas here like Idabel, like I said, Idabel is actually under that watch and stuff too, which is crazy. But like I said, that is kind of that's kind of what we're seeing here. The severe threat exists all the way up to central Oklahoma. So all of southeastern Oklahoma is at risk for a few severe storms here. Crystal says, you're doing a great job, Andrew. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you so much here. I was going to say, you sure do good all by yourself, so Sharon. Well, thank you so much about that. What about Huntsville? Are you talking like Huntsville, Alabama? What are you talking about here? So Huntsville, Huntsville up here in the north. Today's not a concern for you. Tomorrow, though, tomorrow we got a slight risk for you. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see here. But also, stop spamming, by the way. Let's see here. John says Brooklyn, Arkansas, looking ominous right now. Yeah, so like I said, we're definitely watching out for this. Like I said, we have this one tornado warning in effect across portions of northwestern Arkansas at the moment. Like I said, we're definitely watching out for this here closely. Once again, east of Ozark here, we have about a little more than 20 minutes to go, 22 to be exact here, which we are watching out here for. So to go here. Once again, areas here like Clarksville, Paris, Hartman, Scranton, Ratcliffe, Woodland, Henkel, Hoyt, H-O-Y-T, how you ever say that? Hoyt. Let's see, Spadra. Let's see, Coal Hill, Colksville, Morrison Bluff, Roseville, Union City, Oark, Hunt, and Wilkins here. Let's see, Cara with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much there, Cara. Big shout out goes to you. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Seriously, thank you so much, though. Seriously, thank you so much. Saying thank you for your time and devotion. We appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you too. Thank you so much, there, Cara. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me and the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Brittany says, love the coverage. My route is Topeka to St. Louis today in a semi. Wow. Well, Brittany, obviously stay safe out there. So obviously, like I said, to Topeka, Kansas, to to St. Louis. Oh yeah, you got yourself. Let's see where Topeka is. Northeast. So you're gonna have to take Interstate East here, Interstate 70. It's really weird because there's actually another person that was on here earlier that was going west from Kansas City to Denver. So you guys are probably gonna end up passing each other. That's pretty weird. It's actually pretty cool, actually. But yeah, just be safe out there. You're going to remain in the marginal risk, which is the lowest severe weather risk there, so you're good. Just keep an eye out for a few storms. Some of them could be strong to severe. But I'll tell you what, like I said, if there's any questions you might have during your travels, let me know, and we'll be here for you. Like I said, right now we take a look at the radar view. It's quiet. It's actually fairly quiet across Missouri right now, which is good. Definitely some good news here. Let's go ahead and see here. Jason says, how's Jonesboro, Arkansas looking? So Jonesboro, Arkansas, before we look at that here. So Jonesboro, right now there is a bit of stormage happening here just southwest, pretty much west of Jonesboro. We're currently moving through it now. I'm sure you're dealing with some of those rumbles of thunder there, but watch out for that. Let's see here. But anyways, once again, everybody, we have 2 more tornado warnings now popping off here in Louisiana and Texas. Woo! Here we go. Okay, so guys, things are getting a little bit more stressful here now. So anyway, so we have ourselves 2 new tornado warnings, one across east central Texas towards Hemp Hill, east of San Augustine here. 50 minutes to go here, radar indicated threat here. Regarding rotation, there's a bit of rotation here right there, west of Bronson, Texas. You can see that right there. Also west of Hemp Hill here. So 50 minutes to go. Another tornado warning in effect for right here, a bit of rotation here northeast of Hemp Hill. This is actually for Louisiana, this one is. South of Zwolle, however you want to pronounce that there. But the south of that, there's a bit of rotation happening there, so watch that tracking northeast here towards Minnie. So we're going to continue watching both of those. So yeah, those are 2 active storms here. Once again, tornado warnings in effect for both of those areas there. Like I said, looks mostly over rural areas here for the most part, which is good. Doesn't look like there's too many populated zones across a lot of these areas, which is good news, but keep an eye on it. But also, we have this other tornado warning we cannot forget about across northwestern Arkansas, too. But that is kind of what we're seeing here. Like I said, what we're looking at here, east of Fort Smith at the moment. Like I said, we're here towards Clarksville. We have ourselves 19 minutes, about 20 minutes to go here, guys, for those regions. So yeah, once again, we have 3 active tornado warnings here. We're going to keep an eye here on KPOE, though, with these dual tornado warnings we have going on here. Let's see, we're going to get some more questions coming through here. Let's see here. Tawny says, hi, y'all. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Lifted says, rain just started for me. The air feels a bit warm and breezy. It's pretty cool. Gotcha. Brittany says, thank you. No problem. I have 18 cameras rolling on the semi. I'll keep my eyes on the skies. Wow, that's crazy. Well, Brittany, will obviously, once again, safe travels for you. Hot Mess Summer says, any tornadoes making Kentucky? I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. So for today, Hot Mess, not really expected to see anything severe, really. For you, Western Kentucky, possibly, but for you, since you're more kind of north central, north central Kentucky, I'm actually right next to Louisville, too. Well, I'm in Florida right now, but I live in Louisville, or near Louisville. But for you, no, but tomorrow is a concern for you. Like I said, tomorrow, I'll briefly show you real quickly. Here's today's risk area. We have another enhanced risk tomorrow, actually, unfortunately. But like I said, here for Louisville, the risk actually reaches all the way up towards the Louisville area. So that's something to watch out there for. Let's see here. How is it in Ohio? Pretty calm for the most part at the moment. We take a look here towards the Cincinnati and Columbus radar. Yeah, pretty much clear at the most part right now. Looking good. But yeah, so watch out for Louisville here for tomorrow. Watch out tomorrow. All right, let's switch back to KPOE here. We got a lot of tracking to do with these storms here. Oh wow, that just heated up a lot. That is some strong rotation here. Let's go and take a look here at correlation coefficient. Hey, nothing there. That just got a lot worse. Wow, yeah, look at that. It goes from not really, I mean, you can see a little bit of an indentation there to it straight up a very nasty couplet. Yeah, that's some very strong rotation happening there. The rotation on this one's still apparent. Once again, the first one's north of Bronson here for the most part, Bronson, Texas, and the other one's here towards Minnie. Let's see here. I've been giving my friends a heads up for today and tomorrow. Gotcha. Let's see here. Hotman says, okay, thank you. I do street outreach and I always stay prepared and you always answer my questions and everything, so I truly appreciate it. No problem at all. Let's go see. Zalwali is how it's pronounced. Okay, let's see here. Hot Mess with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Saying keep up the great work. Well, thank you so much there, Hot Mess. Greatly appreciated. Thank you all for supporting the channel. It means a lot to us. Seriously does. And please be safe out there, my friends. And once again, like I said, obviously, if you have any questions, please let us know. We're here for you. We got you. But this one tornado warning is a little concerning here. West central Louisiana, that's Look at that. That is like, that's really kicking southwest of Manny. So, yeah, we're watching this here closely. We're going to take a look at Rebecca correlation coefficient. We're going to activate live scan so we can get the latest radar info, which is, it tells us a live scan. But right now, there's nothing on correlation coefficient. No word as of now of any active tornadic activity here. But still, you got to be in your shelters. So, if you're in areas east of San Augustine, not that far, west of Hemp Hill, if you're in Bronson, especially just north of Bronson there, got to be in your shelter too. There's been a rotation directly due north of Bronson, right there. And then also the one here to the east in west central Louisiana towards Manny. South of Noble. Yeah, directly south of Noble there, you can actually see we got a pretty nasty little area of rotation kicking off there. So that's pretty crazy. Any severe weather for Pennsylvania? No, not today or tomorrow. But that is what we're seeing here. Let's go and see here. For safety for everyone in the risk areas having a bit of storm anxiety about tomorrow for Maryville, Tennessee area. We'll stay safe out there. Like I said, obviously, don't worry about it. It's something you're going to need to watch out for. But it's good that you understand. So that's actually a good thing. It's good that you understand that severe storms are going to be expected, so you're more aware of it. Because you got to think, a lot of people don't even know what's going to happen here. So you should be all right. We'll probably be live here tomorrow as well, giving you guys coverage on this. I'm going to say possibly. So if you're worried about something, feel free to reach out to me at any time. Like I said, we have our Discord down in the description too. If you guys want to join that, actually message me if you have a question. Feel free to. Got you covered. Anyways, let's see. It's going to be concerning for Kentucky tomorrow in Bowling Green. Or is it, I guess you're trying to say? So for Bowling Green, actually today, we don't have anything going on there. But yeah, for tomorrow, we have ourselves right there, barely, almost a slight risk there for portions of Bowling Green region. Yeah, got to watch out for that. But like I said, tomorrow is another big day lining up here, it actually looks like. So we're going to have to watch out for that. Let's see. Uncle Ben says, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, are we going to get hit hard tonight? So when it comes to tonight, like I said, regarding the future radar and stuff like that, we'll take a look at that here right now. Across the region here towards the Dallas area, what you mean by tonight is like once the sun goes down here. Actually, by the time sun goes down, it looks for the most part that you're going to be mostly fine. It looks like a little cold front could sweep through. Maybe around midnight, maybe slightly after. Let's go see here. Brady says, is Central Texas going to get anything today? So, yeah, Central Texas, I'd say if you're mostly east of Dallas. Anything east of Dallas is under risk here. But anything west of Waco, no, not really. If that makes any sense. Let's see here. Let's see, LOL, good try. Maybe this way. Zuwali, short you sound. I tell you, there's some really weird names out there. I can never appear to get them right though. Anyways, new tornado warning. Wow, popped up here north of Hot Springs, west of Little Rock, my friends. New tornado warning just now has popped up here, marking the 4th active tornado warning right now. We got 4 tornado warnings on currently happening here. It does not appear to have any strong rotation, perhaps, but there is a bit of turbulence on there. If you're south of Casa, south of Perryville, you need to watch out for that. Because that is, that's tornado warning that's in effect. 42 minutes to go. Also, penny hail possible. 12 minutes to go for the warning here east of Ozark for Clarksville. Subaco, whatever that area is. That's also under that warning still. But I'm a little concerned. Yeah, we're going to take a look here back at the one here towards Alexandria. That rotation's still bleeding pretty good. That's still kicking off pretty good here. Let's see here. Fingers crossed for the storms to fizzle out before they get to the East Coast. Our weather is supposed to come on Wednesday. We'll stay safe out there, Kara. Let's see here. What time is Tennessee supposed to get hit tonight? So first of all, let's go and take a look at this here really quickly. Once again, we're watching 2 active tornado warnings here. We'll get to those. Get to you in a second. But when it comes to the, we're going to remove that real quick. I want to pull up the correlation coefficient view. That might be, ooh. I don't know, y'all. It's kind of weak to be a debris signature, but it could be the beginning of one. You see that? Can you see that dark or that kind of line popping up? I really don't think. See, it goes from like red to that little, yeah. I don't know. I don't think that that's debris. I'm going to need more info on that, but all I know is that rotation is nasty. That is some strong rotation going on there. Anyways, before you wanted to know for Tennessee, supposed to get hit tonight. So regarding the majority of it here for you, Tennessee is going to see it, the worst of it kind of happening around 6 in the morning Eastern, which would be around 5 in the morning your time. But that is, that is indeed what we are looking at here. Let me see here. 21 on the ground, right through Jesseville, Arkansas, says Devin. Let's see here. Jesseville, Arkansas. Is that the one storm up here? That's Clarksville. Let's see, Hot Springs Village here. Let's see. So, are you sure it's confirmed yet? Let's see here. Radar indicated. Radar indicated. Huh. Okay, we're gonna watch out for that there. Yeah, right now we just see. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't see any confirmation on that, but Devin says apparently that there is a tornado on the ground and went right through Jesseville, Arkansas. Okay. But anyways, we have a bit of rotation happening here towards Clarksville, east of Ozark here, towards Scranton, Coal Hill. Then the other one is here for portions of like Hot Springs Village, just mostly. Oh shoot, I should probably change screens here. That might help. Just north of Hot Springs Village here. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on here at the moment. I'm a little concerned about. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about this one storm here in west central Louisiana. Like this one is a little concerning. Like I said, there's some nasty rotation on that. Let's see here. There's a little bit of a drop there. I don't think that's debris though, but we'll see how that plays out. Let's see here. The environment in northeastern Texas and northwest Louisiana is starting to become increasingly favorable for tornadoes, some strong per Storm Prediction Center. We can look here at the mesoanalysis. Here, yeah, we'll look at that really quickly. Like, so this is basically just current atmospheric conditions here. I'm not expecting you guys to understand what it means, but yeah, there's a lot of energy there. That's crazy. Let's see. We'll take a look at that. Oh yeah, our lower level jet is screaming now. Yeah, so basically what's happening, guys, on simple terms here, close to the ground but not quite at ground level, we have some strong winds that is pushing up here to the north at pretty fast speeds. And then as we go up in the atmosphere, as we rise up towards like the middle portion of the atmosphere, or the middle portion of the storms basically, we take a look here at the other part. We notice how the wind direction changes more northeast. So that's actually allowing for spin to kick off with a thunderstorm that fires off. So yeah, it looks on the actual conditions there, yeah, the potential for tornadoes is increasing. But Devin, I don't know what you're talking about, man. It's still radar indicated on both sides here. I might need to, yeah, it's up to date, my friend. Don't know what to tell you. I don't see anything that's confirmed as of now. May have a tornado debris signature, Jesseville, Arkansas. We'll definitely keep an eye on that. If it goes confirmed, then we'll definitely let you know, guys, for sure. Anyways, but let's see here. So latest info, we're taking a look here back at the KPOE radar in basically west central Louisiana here. Got still a bit of rotation. Yeah, still a bit of strong rotation actually kicking off across these areas here. Still ongoing. Right here towards Manning. So we'll definitely keep on watching that. Yeah, that's a bit concerning. I mean, that rotation is quite strong too. A little bit of something there. I don't think that's tornadic debris though. But that's the area to watch out for. The rotation on that second tornado warning just west of it in eastern Texas here is weakening, it looks like. The rotation kind of seems to be fading a bit, but it's still there. A bit of broad and weak rotation happening here. So it still needs to be looked at here. Switching back here to the Little Rock radar here. Yeah, once again, I'm not really seeing too much rotation on this one in particularly. Although that is a dot right there. Let's see, velocity. Scanning up. I don't think that's anything, though.
Severe weather information. Here are the latest weather.
Yeah, I don't think that's anything there, but still, if you're in those areas, you need to be inside of your safe spot.
Was 71 degrees.
And of course, our last one, northwestern Arkansas here, east of Ozark, for Clarksville.
The temperature was 72 degrees.
Yeah, for Clarksville, this one right here is, well, it's a little something. Oh, yeah, just updated. Yeah, that's what we're looking at there, so. Still radar indicated. See, pretty still at my house with some thundering in the background. We'll stay safe out there, my friend. Jay just says 420 warnings, all radar indicated as of now. Yep. Let's see here. Gray says, I'm getting snow. We'll obviously enjoy your snow if you enjoy it, if you like it. I know there's a lot of heavy snow potential up north. Brady says, hi, NWW. What's the mesoscale discussion 005 for? So, let's go ahead and switch over here back to the Storm Prediction Center really quickly. Let's go ahead and move over here right now. Let's go to remove my little arrow. We don't need that anymore. Now, when it comes to the mesoscale discussion, there's 006. Okay, so yeah, we actually talked about this one earlier. So basically what they're thinking of is issuing another tornado watch. That's basically what this means, is they're considering issuing another watch for areas of eastern Oklahoma, for, obviously Tulsa region, for Oklahoma City region, eastern Oklahoma. Also towards the Dallas, Dallas-Fort Worth region, maybe slightly north of that. They're considering that as well. Western Arkansas, which they might actually extend into northwestern sides. So we take a look here at the current watch right now. Yeah, they'll likely extend it. We'll just put the boundary right up against it here. And maybe even a small little sliver of southern Kansas. We'll see. Let's see here. Rotation's actually ramped up a lot for one frame near Jesseville. I believe that is why Devin thinks there was a tornado. Interesting. Yeah, but we're definitely watching them all. But anyways, guys, if you're just tuning in, we have four active tornado warnings in effect here as of now. Things are definitely kicking. Let's go and zoom into these guys. Yeah, I don't know. Let me take a look here towards Manny. Oh, they just now re-extended that here. Let's see. Still radar indicated. Okay, they just now re-extended that. They pushed it into Pleasant Hill now. So if you're in Pleasant Hill, let's see here. Yeah, if you're in Pleasant Hill, Louisiana, you're now under a tornado warning here. So you got to be inside your safe spot there. Correlation. Oh wow, that is. What's that? That's what a debris signature would look like. Yeah, but that's not debris because there's no rotation here. If I turn on storm relative though, yeah, that's just contamination. But that's what a debris signature looks like actually. But that's not one, by the way. It's not a tornado. It's the thing about knowing what that's the thing about knowing your stuff. Some people would mistake that for a tornado, but it's not. But anyways, but now we mark 5 tornado warnings. 2 of them are from the same here. But let's keep on watching this here. Brady says, I appreciate you. No problem. Thank you so much for that, though. That's what I'm here for, my friends. And like I said, if you have any questions at all, let us know, please. Yeah, please let us know. Like I said, we got you covered. We're not going to leave you hanging. Try to answer, try to answer as much as I can. Devin says likely multi-vortex. Yeah, there's not even confirmation of a tornado right now, Devin. You can't tell that. Let's see here. We have rain and thunder now in Anderson, Missouri, Southwest Missouri. We'll stay safe there, Sarah. And but like I said, we're here west of Little Rock. We got a tornado warning in effect here for Hot Springs Village, south of Perryville, south of Casa. 30 minutes to go on that one. We have this one's about to expire here. So the one for Ozark, or east of Ozark, west of Russellville, and for Clarksville, you're safe. You can come out of your shelters now. Tornado warnings now expired. Expiring here by the time you get out of your shelter. KPOE here, yeah, this is where we need to really watch out for. Is this group of storms here in east central Texas and west central Louisiana. This is what we got to really be watching out here for. It looks like that rotation might be dying down a little bit on that last scan, which is good. We'll see. My mom got a foot of snow just an hour away and says it might snow there or tonight here, says Megan. Interesting. On my porch right now, and there's odd opening clouds kind of moving fast as lifted. Like I said, if you want to send us photos of that, feel free to tag us on Twitter at NWW1162, all the way over there where that little blue marker of Twitter is. Feel free to. But, I mean, yeah, rotation's still happening, my friends. Nothing, I don't see any confirmation of that yet, but we have 30 minutes on the one here for eastern Texas, north of Hemp Hill now. That one has 30 minutes to go, so if you're in the shelter, or you've got to get your shelter there, east of St. Augustine, south of Huxley. We have another here towards Pleasant Hill that just now recently got issued here, not too long ago, west of Powhatan, which is right there. So we got to watch out for that one, my friends. Yep, so that actually both of those Arkansas tornado warnings have gotten canceled. So it's just these two now. So we're down from 5 tornado warnings to now down to 2, which is good news. Which is good. Let's see here. Let's see here. Kevin says, I just heard a report near Shreveport, Louisiana. There's a PDS tornado warning. Can someone confirm that that's a legit? You said towards where? Towards Shreveport. No, that's not right. Wherever you heard that information from, block it, because it's not right. There is a tornado warning south of Shreveport, though, here at the moment. There's actually a few of them. Just south of here. North of Manny. Okay, north of Manny here, south of Mansfield. Yeah, there's actually those two. But anyways, yeah, so we're watching those. That's what we're looking at here. Fork says, just realized I've been gifted membership 3 times. Well, obviously, that's a big thanks goes to Proxy for that one. For obviously supporting the channel. But anyways, my friends, well, once again, if you have any questions, feel free to let us know. We're going to be here for you guys for a little bit. So I want to make sure you guys are staying safe. I want to make sure you guys are up to date regarding things. Like I said, it's a long day today. It's a pretty crazy day here. Okay, I just blocked the person that posted on YouTube. Yeah, that's not right info. Yeah, I want to do something about that. Whoever said that, they're wrong. This is not even confirmed. This is not even observed here. This is still radar indicated. But anyways, yeah, we're still watching these two. We do have a flash flood warning in effect here for portions areas northwest of Little Rock here due to heavy rainfall. Let's see here. So we are seeing the concerns of, let's see, we're going to switch this back over here. Obviously the concerns of flooding. But we'll definitely see here. But once again, everybody, if you are across any of these shade of colors, like I said, if you're across the areas here of the dark green, the yellow, and the orange, make sure you guys are ready to go, especially, like I said, especially yellow and orange. Like I said, those are the big areas here for today, which is crazy. So definitely watch out for that. Mary says, what about Monroe, North Carolina? So North Carolina is actually fine regarding this as of now. Logan says, how long do I think I'm going to be live for? I have no idea. I do know that I'm probably going to take a break here in a little bit, though. Because, like I said, we've been live here for, over 3 hours at this point here. So, plus, it's very hot upstairs. It's very, very crazy. But, yeah. Let's see, what is Mineral Springs, Arkansas looking like for this evening? So for Mineral Springs, it depends on exactly where it's at. Forgot where Mineral Springs was. But I can tell you, I mean, no matter where you're at here in, like I said, no matter where you're at here in Arkansas, most of it is enhanced risk. And most of it is at risk for severe weather. So yeah, no matter where you're at, be on the lookout. Ooh, that's a pretty interesting storm, forming here. Look at that, just north of Little Rock. It's a little interesting to look at. Bald Warrior says, is LeFlore County okay? Be a little bit more specific than that. Like I said, we can't really look up. We can, but it takes a long time Like I said, it really takes a long time to look up specific areas. So just tell me the state and what side of the state it is. But yeah, installing a setup Twitter so I can show you all how fast the clouds are going in. Not even affected right now. It won't be affected until 4 to 9ish according to the Weather Channel radar. Gotcha. Let's see here. Check your sources, that's for sure. Haley says, Andrew, what time is storms going to be in the Kansas City area? Okay, we'll bring up future radar here for you. Regarding those areas, kind of showing around 7 your time. I'd say as early as 6 o'clock for you. Let's see here. Bold says southeastern Oklahoma. That helps out a lot more. Okay, so yeah, for you, my friend, we'll take a look here across those regions. So yeah, for southeastern Oklahoma, the more southeast you go, the more severity they get. So here's like McAllister, here's Ada, Muskogee. We have ourselves Shawnee over there, Hugo. So you should know where we're at based off of that. Like I said, the biggest threat, the biggest concerns across the orange shaded colors. So, but that's kind of what we're looking at there. So stay safe there, my friend. When it comes to tornadoes, yeah, there's a concern. 10% actually for a lot of eastern Oklahoma. So yeah, you're going to want to watch that one. Let's see here. Jacob says, my apologies, southwestern Arkansas. We're going to see some action. I'm going to say yes, because no matter where you're at in Arkansas, there's actually a threat there. And believe it or not, you're actually in the bullseye of it. You're right there smack dab in the middle of the severe weather threat here. So yeah, watch out for that. Once again, though, we have one tornado warning in effect here, south of Shreveport, south of Mansfield here. This is right here towards Pleasant Hill. At the moment, so take a look back at velocity. Yeah, still a bit of rotation happening here with this in particular system here. So we're keeping an eye there on that. Correlation coefficient view still showing nothing. There's still no indicators of tornadoes on the ground yet. But like I said, there's some rotation that supports possible activity down in time. If not right now, we'll see. Just from what we know at the moment, there's not any tornado on the ground. But still, don't take that to mean, don't take that as a pass to get out of your shelter. Because no, you got to be in your shelter still. Let's see here. So let's see. Bold says we are in orange. Thank you. No problem, Bold. Like I said, we got you covered. Any tornadoes dropped today? Not as of now. Not that we know of. Let's see here. Kevin says it's so hard for me right now to determine what is real for severe weather today because a lot of people posting tornado pictures, videos, damage from today when nothing has happened. Pretty much. Let's go and see here. Used to KSHV radar site in Shreveport. Okay, got it. We're going to pull this one up here towards the way. This is an airport radar. Yep, this one's an airport radar here. Let's see. Oh, looks like a little hook over there. Okay, it's a little hook echo. Yeah, I can see that. But also nothing on CC either, which is good. Wait a minute. This is... Oh, wait, never mind. That's not a airport radar. That's actually a real radar. Interesting. Yeah, we got KPOE as well as... we actually got some pretty decent coverage over there. Little drop there. I don't think that's anything, though. I really don't. I don't know, though. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. Regardless, you should be in your shelter now. Haley says, what time the storm's coming? We already told you. Haley, go back in the live stream a little bit. You'll see it. I already told you. Let's see here. You have a tornado there, or let's see here. Chick-fil-A boy says, I got a tornado to watch. Stay safe out there. Jazzy Sue says, Ida Belt, Oklahoma, any tornado activity close to us yet? So for you, my friend, right now at the moment, for Ida Belt, you currently, we'll switch to a closer radar here towards Fort Smith. I think that might be the closest radar you have to you. But right now, no. There's not much activity happening there for you at the moment. There's a little bit of, kind of showery, thunder showers happening just north of you for the most part at the moment. Now, when it comes to more activity later on, yeah, you're probably going to get a lot of that here. pretty much this evening into the overnight hours. You're still going to see them for a while. Let's see here. But yeah, that's kind of what we are looking at there, my friends. But once again, everybody, if you have a question, let us know, please. Because I want to keep you guys informed here. Anyways, we have ourselves a tornado warning, the only one in effect here as of now, south of Shreveport for area here towards Pleasant Hill. Inside of that. So we're keeping an eye on that one storm. Like I said, there has been a bit of rotation going on with this for a little bit, so we're definitely watching that one. How is Detroit, Michigan? Regarding any storms, you're fine. Detroit's actually quiet right now, so you're good. But yeah, the rotation's still kicking across those areas there. Jazzy says thank you. No problem. No problem at all, my friend. But anyways, my friends, like I said, if you guys have any questions, like I said, feel free to let us know. We're going to be here for you guys. I want you guys to be prepared for the storms here. Like I said, today's a pretty big day out there. So if you have not already, guys, hit that subscribe button. We greatly appreciate it. That way it keeps you guys informed as well as everything like that. All right, my friends. Well, I tell you what, since it's 4:10, we're going to take a 10-minute break here again. Like I said, I need to get up, stretch, rest my voice for a minute. Like I said, it gets pretty crazy talking for a while here. But we're going to play some more music for you guys. I know you guys probably want to hear all that, so we'll be playing some music here for y'all. But once again, guys, stay tuned with us. Grab yourself a snack. Grab yourself something to eat really quickly. Come join us back here in 10 minutes at 4:20 Eastern, 3:20 Central. We will be back here, my friends. So let's go ahead and start up the timer right now. Try to take a little bit of a break, but we'll keep that radar view up there, and if anything pops up there, we'll talk about it more. So we'll keep the view just like that. Anyways, my friends, be back here in 10 minutes. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll see you guys here in a few moments. We'll be back here soon.
Which will contain heavy rainfall, will continue developing this evening into the overnight hours across the region. Grounds remain saturated in wake of heavy rainfall that fell late last week across much of the watch area, with additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches expected, with isolated higher amounts in excess of 3 inches possible. http://www.weather.gov/safety/ flood. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. This is a special weather statement for the following counties: in Arkansas, Hempstead, Howard, and Sevier. A strong thunderstorm will impact portions of north-central Hempstead, east-central Sevier, and southeastern Howard counties through 3:45 p.m. At 3:09 p.m., Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm near Mineral Springs, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Hazard: winds in excess of 40 miles per hour and half-inch hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. Locations impacted include Nashville, Mineral Springs, Corinth, Center Point, Muddy Fork, and Silver Ridge. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. Frequent cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring with this storm. Lightning can strike 10 miles away from a thunderstorm. Seek a safe shelter inside a building or vehicle. The storm may intensify, so be certain to monitor local radio stations and available television stations for additional information and possible warnings from the National Weather Service. A tornado watch remains in effect until 9 p.m. for southwestern Arkansas. Tornado watch number 1 remains in effect until 9 p.m. for the following counties: in Arkansas, Hempstead, Howard, Little River, Montgomery, Pike, Polk, P, O, L, K, Scott, and Skies were cloudy. The temperature was 71 degrees. At DeQueen, a thunderstorm was reported, reducing the visibility to 3 miles. The temperature was 72 degrees. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Portions of central Arkansas, eastern Arkansas, north central Arkansas, southeast Arkansas, and southwest Arkansas, including the following counties: in central Arkansas, Faulkner, Garland, Grant, Lone Oak, Prairie, Pulaski, Saline, and White. In eastern Arkansas, Jackson, Lawrence, Monroe, Randolph, and Woodruff. In north central Arkansas, Cleburne, Independence, and Sharp. In southeast Arkansas, Bradley, Cleveland, Deshea, Drew, Jefferson, and Lincoln. In southwest Arkansas, Calhoun, Clark, Dallas, Hot Springs, Washita, and Pike. Through late tonight, impacts, excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Additional details: widespread rain and thunderstorms are expected to develop and move across the watch area. 2 to 3 inches of rain is expected, along with locally higher amounts, which could lead to flash flooding. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. Flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible. Portions of Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas, including the following counties and parishes: in Arkansas, Columbia, Hempstead, Howard, Lafayette, Little River, Miller, Nevada, Sevier, and Union. In Louisiana, Beanville, Ophir, Caddo, Caldwell, Claiborne, DeSoto, Grant, Jackson, Mossaw, Lincoln, Natchitoches, Washita, Red River, Sabine, Union, Webster, and Wynn. In Texas, Angelina, Bowie, Cass, Harrison, Marion, Nacogdoches, Panola, Sabine, San Augustine, and Shelby. Through late tonight, impacts, excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Creeks and streams may rise out of their banks. Additional details: scattered numerous showers and thunderstorms, some of which will contain heavy rainfall, will continue developing this evening into the overnight hours across the region. Grounds remain saturated in wake of heavy rainfall that fell late last week across much of the watch area, with additional rainfall amounts of 1 to 2 inches expected, with isolated higher amounts in excess of 3 inches possible. http://www.weather.gov/safety/flood. You should monitor later forecasts and be alert for possible flood warnings. Those living in areas prone to flooding should be prepared to take action should flooding develop. This is a special weather statement for the following counties: in Arkansas, Hempstead, Howard, and Sevier. A strong thunderstorm will impact portions of north central Hempstead, east central Sevier, and southeastern Howard counties through 3:45 p.m. At 3:09 p.m., Doppler radar was tracking a strong thunderstorm near Mineral Springs, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Hazard: winds in excess of 40 miles per hour and Haskins hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: gusty winds could knock down turbines and blow around unsecured objects. Minor damage to outdoor objects is possible. Locations impacted include Nashville, Mineral Springs, Corinth, Center Point, Muddy Fork, and Silver Ridge. In outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building. Frequent cloud-to-ground lightning is occurring with this storm. Lightning can strike 10 miles away from a thunderstorm. Seek a safe shelter inside a building or vehicle. The storm may intensify, so be certain to monitor local radio stations and available television stations for additional information and possible warnings from the National Weather Service. A tornado watch remains in effect until 9 p.m. for southwestern Arkansas. Tornado watch number 1 remains in effect until 9 p.m. for the following counties: in Arkansas, Hempstead, Howard, Little River, Montgomery, Pike, Hope, High to watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather. The National Weather Service in Little Rock has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Clark County in southwestern Arkansas, northern Pike County in southwestern Arkansas, southeastern Montgomery County in western Arkansas, until 3:45 p.m. At 3:19 p.m., a severe thunderstorm was located near Corinth, or 8 miles northwest of Murfreesboro, moving northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Glenwood, Amity, Daisy, Narrows Dam, Daisy State Park, Bear Creek Public Use Area, Salem in Pike County, Welsh, Rossboro, Lodi, Nathan, Hopper, Kirby, Caddo Gap. This is a special weather statement for the...
Okay, so we're back. Hope you guys are doing good. We just got ourselves a new severe thunderstorm warning. Just got issued. You guys just heard that there. I couldn't have timed the songs any more perfectly. Could you? I mean, seriously. Anyways, but we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning that is in effect here across portions here of Daisy and Glenwood. This is basically in southwestern Arkansas, kicking off here at the moment. So that is indeed what we are watching of as of now. That is the latest info we just heard come across the intercom. Also a severe thunderstorm warning here too for north of Russellville, north of Interstate 40. We are watching, we're watching this as well. But anyways, we have ourselves, new tornado warning we were actually seeing here just pop up there when we were gone. Taking a little bit of a break there. Because like I said, we've been live here for a long time. It really gets to you after being live here for a while because you start slowing down, especially me because I start talking like crazy. But obviously we can't afford to do that today because we've got to keep you guys informed, and that is just what we are going to do. But anyways, it looks like south of Huxley, this is in east central Texas. We have ourselves a bit of rotation happening here, getting ready to cross the state line from eastern Texas to Louisiana. That's increasing. That's actually getting a little bit stronger there. That's a little bit concerning. So we're going to really need to watch out for that here over the next little bit. So once again here, just towards south of Huxley, that's kind of where that rotation is located at. Kind of heading towards the northeast here for the most part. But that is indeed what we are seeing here. So we're just going to have to keep on watching this, my friends. We're just going to have to keep on paying attention to this here. Like I said, we have ourselves, that's definitely increasing here. We take a look here over at correlation coefficient. There's nothing there. They did just upgrade the polygon there. Still radar indicated. Okay. What's going on here towards Pleasant Hill? Interesting. That's a little weird. Let's see that. We're looking at the KPOE radar. Let's switch over to Shreveport real quick. It's always good to get more than one radar view. Yeah, a bit of rotation happening there. There's a little bit of drops from both of those. Both of those there. Still radar indicated. That could just be some hail, though. It's also a possibility. So that could just be some hail. But anyways, that is what we are looking at here. Let's see here. California is without power. Oh. Yeah, probably from all that flooding they actually dealt with a little bit ago. But anyways, that is some form. Yeah, honestly, like I said, it's hard telling. I mean, obviously there's a form of drop there. Like I said, obviously that is a very that is a drop there on both radar scans, which obviously it's playing out there, but But we'll see how that goes. Right now, like I said, right now the National Weather Service still has it on radar indicated though. Jeffrey says, is Mississippi going to be bad? For today, central western Mississippi has a threat for severe weather. But when it comes to like tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow's got a bigger chance in Mississippi, more for the south and the central portions. Is it getting stronger as it heads to Kentucky, says Ryan? So basically for western Kentucky, there is a small threat here as well. We're going to have to watch out here for. But when it comes to tomorrow, though, that's kind of more of a concern. So, yeah, it looks like it's strengthening, or set to strengthen a little bit more before it gets towards you. Anyways, let's see here. So we do a little shelf cloud picture. It says lifted. All right, we'll take a look at that here in a second. Oh, here we go. Brittany actually sent me a, there we go. Yeah, Brittany actually sent me a photo. First of all, yeah, Brittany sent me a photo a little bit ago there on the road. Yeah, zoom into that. There we go. But yeah, they're on the road. Why is my Twitter reviews being a little stupid there? Let me try switching to a different view, maybe. There we go. Well, that's better. It's better, I guess. But yeah, there you go. Definitely very, very foggy out there regarding things. So, Brittany, thank you for sending that. Greatly appreciated. Don't have yours yet though on the shelf cloud, but I'll keep the Twitter up there just in case when it comes through. Then I'll show you. I'll show everybody. But we'll see. Anyways, let's see. Okay, there you go. Some rotation happening here south of Calshetta. And like I said, correlation coefficient. There's a drop here. Now, is this a tornado, active tornado? It's hard to tell. It really kind of is. But I'm leaving this up to the National Weather Service to determine what it is. I don't have any reports otherwise of it. Let's see here. Frank with a $2 super chat. Frank, thank you so much for the support on the channel. Seriously, thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciated. Big shout out goes to you. Frank says, sure hope we can, or we stay safe in Western Kentucky tonight. Frank, like I said, obviously I think you'll be all right, but we'll watch it though for you. Once again, Frank, thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciated. See, JJ says definitely rotating guys for sure. Yeah, that storm is looking a little bit iffy. That's for sure. Definitely a bit of rotation happening here, right across 49 or Interstate 49 right now. Currently happening. Let's see here. Proxy says chase teams are currently heading towards Shreveport. Okay, yeah, Shreveport's up here northwest. With two tornadoes just to the south of Shreveport, south of Mansfield, south of Ringgold. But yeah, we're definitely watching out for that. Yeah, so Interstate 49, got to be watching out for this. I wish I had mile markers. That would actually really help out. Let's see here. Skeleton Bone says, when can we see tornadoes in Oklahoma? So regarding that, I mean, with any storm that fires off here in Oklahoma, they could develop. But right now, there's really no storm that has any concerns of tornadoes right now. Just wait till later on. Yeah, like I said, just wait till later on this afternoon, or later on this afternoon, early evening, and we'll have some more storms firing over there, and that's kind of when it's going to happen. I'd say around maybe a little bit after sunset, possibly. But yeah, that's that. Lifted says, try to send it again. Okay. Did you send it at NWW1162? That's the thing. It's not just at NWW16. It's NWW162. I owned NWW16, but I lost the password for it. I could never reset it, so we're stuck with NWW1162. That's the reason behind all that. Anyways, though, let's see here. So south of Huxley, looks like rotation might be bleeding a little bit. Not as crazy as it was looking, but there is still a little bit of something going on there. A bit of rotation, a bit of broad, weak rotation. Same thing for over here. Yeah, that's a bit concerning. Well, west of Powhatan. Once again, crossing Interstate 49 now. That just now updated. Yeah, still radar indicated threat. So I don't think that was a confirmed tornado. Brady says, one more thing, NWW. Will Central Texas get a tornado watch tonight? Probably not. I doubt it. I don't think so. Lifted says, I sent it to NWW1162. Gotcha. Yeah, for some reason I haven't gotten it yet. That's interesting. Well, hopefully it'll come by here soon, you know. Yeah, hopefully eventually it'll come by here soon. But yeah, but they just now updated that, my friends. We're still keeping an eye on both of these here. Let's see, so portions here of central Arkansas, or west central Arkansas. We still have a few severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here. We should not forget to mention tornado possible on that one too. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we're going to watch out for these ones too. Tornado possible for both of those. Yeah, we just got to be watching these areas here closely. Let's see here. Sharon says, does anyone else think a tornado outbreak at this time of the year is rather odd? I mean, it's not really necessarily common, but it's not extremely rare either. It's really not extremely rare. But yeah. But anyways, my friends, like I said, if you have any more questions to ask us, like I said, throughout this event, we're going to be live here for several more hours, at least. So I want to be here for you guys. We're slowing down a little bit, but like I said, obviously, you know, we got you covered. You know, we got you guys covered here. But we're going to keep an eye on the other things. Like I said, they're also, I forgot to mention, or here recently to my newer people joining in, so they're actually thinking about issuing another tornado watch across Oklahoma, based off of mesoscale discussion number 5. Right here across eastern, central Oklahoma, western Arkansas, northeastern Texas, pretty much just right there next to the Dallas area, maybe a little bit north of Dallas-Fort Worth here. Maybe a little portion of southwestern Missouri too. You know, they might actually end up issuing one. You know, honestly, if I was to say they're going to issue one, they'd probably do it soon. I'd say within the next 15 minutes or so. You know, from now to the next 15 minutes, they should issue another watch here. The reason I say that is because, I mean, honestly, the mesoscale discussion's been out for a while, and it looks like, according to some of the radar views here, it looks like little storms are starting to pop up there, which is initiation. Starting to kick off across the regions there, but that is kind of what we're seeing here. Skeleton says, will we have a tornado watch in Oklahoma City? So I don't think it would reach all the way over to Oklahoma City if they do end up issuing this watch. They put an 80% chance on it, so it's pretty much almost a certainty that they are going to end up issuing this. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much is a certainty at this point. You know, almost there. You can see, we scroll down, probability of watch issuance, 80% chance probability, which is, you know, what we're looking at there. So, yeah, they're definitely concerning it. That is for sure. Anyways, though, we'll take a look here back at the tornado warnings we have in effect here at the moment. Switching over here to west central Louisiana. Like I said, these storms are really kicking. They're starting to really form into something quite nasty here. So we're going to have to watch out for these guys. But once again, yeah, there's tornado warnings in effect. As of now, they're both radar indicated, which means that they have not been confirmed yet, at least from what we know. As of right now, they're not confirmed, but still, any tornado warning that's in place, you need to be in your shelter. It looks like I said, it definitely looks like that couplet, you know, the area of rotation is now crossing from Texas into Louisiana at the moment. Other area of rotation is directly south of Coshetta, however you pronounce that there. But that is, you know, that's currently what we are looking at there. So that is what we are seeing here. But once again, everybody, like I said, if you have oh, shoot, they just issued a watch. They did it. Speaking of timing, holy cow, I literally was just talking about that. How did she manage to get it? And yeah, they don't have it for Oklahoma City. They have it just east of it. How did I do that? Honestly, how did I, predict that right on? Anyways, but they actually did include, or they also included southeastern Kansas, too. With that. That's crazy. How did I manage to do this? I mean, I had a feeling they were going to do it, but they've had that mesoscale discussion out for a while, though. Rain says new tornado watch. Yeah, I see it right here. That's interesting. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, like I said, the storm coverage is actually starting to kick up here. Like we go back here a few. Yeah, you can see how the storms are growing in size too. Proxy says all my streams are buffering. Sorry about that, Proxy. It's probably because you have so many of them. You have a lot of streams running. They just now extended the tornado warning here, guys. The one that was in effect here west of Nacogdoches, here east of Stonewall, southeast of Shreveport here. So that's kind of concerning there. We're going to have to watch out for this. But yeah, switching back to KPOE here, let's take a look at the closest radar view regarding that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, there is still a bit of rotation happening there. I mean, National Weather Service still shows or still sees some life in this storm here right now. So with that being said, I mean, we're gonna have to watch that closely. But yeah, so we have ourselves tornado watch number 2. Yep, tornado watch number 2 in effect here until 11 p.m. Eastern. Which is, what we're looking at there. Got some reports of flooding coming through here, too, from north of Little Rock. Let's see. Street flooding was reported in the city of Conway on Oak Street near Hendrix College. This severe weather will be very active from now until the end of 2023, says Rain. What's your support on that? But yeah, like I said, guys, yeah, we're starting to watch some action. Starting to really kick up here. What's going on here? Okay, really not much of anything there. Anyways, but we're gonna keep on watching this, guys. We'll see what happens next. But once again, everybody, like I said, if you know anybody across these areas, being inside of the, like I said, the orange. If you're inside of the orange areas here, if you're inside of the yellow areas here, and even the dark green, you're at risk for some severe storms here. Like I said, the big bullseye for today is across the orange, which is obviously northeastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana, central Arkansas. I mean, pretty much the entire state of Arkansas is in that enhanced risk there. Now western portions of Tennessee, southeastern Missouri, southeastern Oklahoma. I mean, if you know anybody there, if you know anybody there, I mean, give them a heads up. Seriously, even share this if you want to. Share the live stream if you want to then make sure they're prepared, make sure they're ready for it. Skeleton says, what time should we get to watch on Oklahoma? Like I said, we gotta watch out for Oklahoma pretty much from now on because we just got a new watch actually issued for Oklahoma. Let's see here. I would have been inside in Oklahoma and Texas if I was still there. Or I would have been inside that in Oklahoma and Texas if I was still there. It's scary. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said, it's a pretty decent little event. I mean, it's starting to verify itself, it looks like. I mean, she's trying. She's trying to do stuff. I mean, shoot, we already have we've already had a lot of tornado warnings today. No reports as of now of any touchdowns. We have 2 damaging wind reports, though. That is our current trend here, in which I can probably, I can probably pull that up here on the map view in a minute. We'll see about that. Let's see here. So, latest being today. Yeah, there we go. So today being the 2nd of January. So we have 2 damaging wind reports across portions of central and south central Arkansas. Let's go see. Tomorrow's going to be busy. Yeah, tomorrow we have another enhanced risk, guys. And I tell you, the weather does not want to give up on us. Unfortunately, it's just, Mother Nature's just doing its own little thing. Okay, rotation. Let's see. We're going to switch over to storm relative velocity here. It looks like it might be weakening a little bit on this one cell. Both of them, actually, which might be some good news. But, I mean, we still have a bit to go, though. That's the thing. That's the thing, though, is that, it's still, we still have a little bit to go in these ones. But anyways, guys, if you have any questions, let us know. We got you covered. Like I said, I'm going to make sure you guys are understanding the situation here. We're going to make sure you guys are ready to go. And I'm going to try to keep you guys as informed, as safe as possible. Because, like I said, that's the best thing that we can end up doing here. Well, anyways, so guys, I was just thinking about something. I think I have an idea. So tonight, I think, or here soon, maybe, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Some of you might like this, some of you might not. But at 5 o'clock, I think we're going to call it a stream here for now. But we're going to go back later. We're going to come back live later on, probably around midnight. Maybe a little bit before midnight. Probably around 10 o'clock Eastern. It'll be 9 o'clock Central. So that way that we can cover we can cover both. We can basically sandwich this event. We can get the first front of it and we get the end last of it. Which I wouldn't really say it's the end last of it. I'd say pretty much the first, beginning, and the middle, I'd say. But I think a two-part stream might work out better. Gives this event a little time to marinate. Yeah, it gives us this system a little time to marinate here, as well as gives me a break to rest my voice for a bit. Because I tell you what, I mean, even 10-minute breaks, that's really not a lot. But I tell you what, yeah, here at 5 o'clock, we're gonna head off here, and we're gonna take a little break here. Let's go see here. People saying this is not normal for January in 10 years. Probably will be. I mean, it happened last year too. I mean, shoot. Will this storm front head to Virginia, says Jenny. So Jenny, for you, when it comes to this system here for tomorrow, no, because I know where you're at there. Yeah, so tomorrow, yeah, this is not going to reach Virginia, or that's not going to reach you in Virginia, I should say. So you should be good there, Jenny. If you got any more questions, let me know. But anyways, that is what we are seeing here, guys. So once again, yeah, we have a few active tornado warnings here in effect. Basically, some of them will expire. This one expires here at 5 o'clock, which is Eastern time, 5 Eastern, so that's in 17 minutes here. Tornado on the ground, says Devin. You said that earlier too, Devin. Let me check a look here at the latest radar view. Right now, everything's still radar indicated. And there's nothing popping up here on CC yet. So I'll believe it when I see it. Because, yeah, I don't see nothing on there. Actually, like I said, from my perspective, it looks like things are even weakening out of those storms, rather than strengthening. So I don't think, like I said, I really don't think that. But we'll definitely, we'll watch it. If that does happen, we'll let you know. Jenny with a $20 super chat. Jenny, thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh, Jenny. Seriously, Jenny, big shout out goes to you. Thank you so much for that. That's super nice of you. That is super nice of you. Jenny says, congratulations on reaching 8,000 subscribers. Well, thank you so much. Once again, thank you for doing that. That's super nice of you. That is very nice of you. Thank you, seriously, so much for that. Big shout out. Jenny, that seriously means a lot. Thank you so much for that. It looks like the tornado warning, the little one here, is about to expire here right now. as it's turning 4:45. We do have a newly issued severe thunderstorm warning for Nacogdoches here, though, which we're going to be watching out for. But Jenny, once again, thank you seriously so much for that donation. That's super nice of you. It really helps us out, too. Big shout out goes to you. Let's see here. Proxy says, congrats, Andrew. Thank you, Proxy. You as well. Thank you both, guys. Okay, that one just got canceled there. The one that was in effect for south of Mansfield towards Huxley. Yeah, it's canceled. However, we still have the one that's in effect for Lucky here, south of Ringgold. So we got a little bit to go here. So we will see. Yeah, we got a group of severe thunderstorms here up in Arkansas region too, in which we are going to also need to watch closely because, like I said, tornadoes can quickly develop off of those as well. Can definitely do that as well. Yeah, there's one of those damaging wind reports there coming at 4 o'clock. So this is 45 minutes ago. Multiple reports of damage to homes in Jessieville, along with Jessieville High School football stadium. So yeah, that's showing thunderstorm wind damage. So that's just basically damaging winds here. There's no confirmation of a tornado though. They're in Jessieville. But that's that. So there's reports of damage, but is it from a tornado? I don't think so. I mean, didn't see any drop on that though. Crystal says, congratulations, Andrew, for 8K. Thank you, Crystal. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. But we're just watching this one. Yeah, this tornado warning is at the top of our priority list at the moment. But like I said, I mean, rotation-wise, it's very turbulent. It's very, very fluctuating. It's switching from, like, inbounds to outbound winds. So they're kind of hopping all over the place here. But there's no one solid area of rotation out of this in particular storm here, so we'll keep an eye on it though. Yeah, and Devin, I don't know what you mean by there's a tornado on the ground here, because very obviously there's not. So Devin, make sure you're getting your sources correct before you comment. Because, like I said, we've had nothing even pointing towards a tornado there at all. Now, I know there's a tornado warning, but it looks like the velocity is dying out on this storm here. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it, though. Once again, it is still a tornado warning. You should definitely be in a shelter. But like I said, right now, there's no confirmation of this thing on the ground. But we're going to keep on watching that closely. Yeah, there's severe thunderstorm warning also to watch out here for. They also did put a tornado possible on that too. So that's something to that's something to watch out here for. All right, so you know what? All right, guys. So I think. Oh, there we go. Tornado warning just got issued. We literally just said the tornado possible there. So that's for Nacogdoches here. It looks like so areas here towards Campty, Nacogdoches here, Goldana, and Saline east of Ashland. It looks like you guys are now under tornado warning, so you got to be watching out for that. But anyways, well, with that being said, my friends. Like I said, with that being said, guys, I think that's going to go ahead and end up the first live stream here. Like I said, we were just going to basically be, we were basically just going to be live here for a little bit. We've been live here for actually 4 hours. Yeah, we've been live here for 4 hours. And like I said, we're going to be doing another live stream. This just gives me time to relax for a minute, to catch up my voice again. Obviously, I've been talking nonstop for 4 hours, so definitely helps. Gives me time to charge up my phone so I can actually read your guys' super chats and stuff like that. So, super chats, as I looked at, the reason I said that is because I looked at Jenny's there, but chats, I should say, and stuff like that. But we're definitely watching out for that. Let's see. Are you serious, Proxy? Are you kidding me? No way. There's no way you just did that, Proxy. Did you really just donate $100 to us? Proxy! Holy cow! Dude! You did not have to do that, Proxy. Seriously, you help us out way more than enough. You did not have to do that. Dude, Proxy, thank you seriously so much for that. That is so nice of you. That really means a lot to me. It really, really does. And that seriously helps us out so much. Proxy, thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. That's super nice of you. Huge shout out goes to you for that. That is super, super nice of you. I'm blown away. That's really crazy. Proxy, thank you seriously for that. That's crazy. I'm kind of in shock right now, which is crazy. Thank you, Proxy. Also, thank you, Jenny. Here, I want to go ahead and give a quick little shout out to our donators today, because we've had a few of them. Yeah, we've had a few donators today. Obviously, big shout out goes to you guys. But anyway, so first off, Proxy with the first donation. Thank you so much. Crystal Miller to follow. Let's see here. Mark with the membership here. Thank you so much. V-Cart, thank you so much. Crystal, you as well, once again. Carol, thank you so much. Hot Mess as well. Frank, Jenny, and Proxy once again. Thank you guys for all of your support on the channel. It seriously means a lot. Let's see. Proxy did leave a little note here too, saying, Andrew, congrats on your 8,000 plus subscribers. So proud to be part of such a strong and growing community led by you and helping by the mods. Keep rocking, Andrew. Proxy, seriously, that is super nice of you. You did not have to do that at all. Seriously, it means a lot to us. Seriously, you made my day. You really did. So thank you so much for that. All right, my friends. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up here for now. Like I said, we're going to catch you guys later on tonight. Thinking anywhere from around 10 to 12. 10 to 12 Eastern, which will be 9 to 11 Central. But all right, well, once again, everybody, thank you all for joining us. It's been a long live stream here today, and we're going to pick this up here in a little bit. Once again, if you have any more questions, feel free to let me know. If you're in a tornado warning or something that you're generally worried about, join our Discord. It's down in the description. Join it and DM me or direct message me if you know what that means. DM or direct message me personally, and I will show you what's going on. Okay? That's only if you're worried about something that's that's an immediate concern to you. And like I said, we'll be here for you. But we'll pick this up later on this evening. Once again, thank you all so much once again for all of your kind support. You guys absolutely rock. Huge shout out goes to Proxy for that. That is crazy. Thank you once again, Proxy, so much for what you did. Jenny, you as well, and all of our other donators. Big shout out goes to all of you guys. Once again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting the channel. You guys seriously absolutely rock here. Well, the stream's going to end off here in 3 minutes, so if you want to go ahead and say goodbye to your friends and family, go ahead and do so now. But all right, my friends, well, once again, thank you for joining us. We'll kick back up here with the coverage here in a little bit. That way it gives us some rest in between, as well as we can continue into portions of the overnight. All right, guys, so once again, thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you all here in the next one. Peace out, my friends. See you later.
Special weather statement for the following counties in Arkansas, central and eastern Montgomery County and northern Montgomery County higher elevations. Strong thunderstorms will impact portions of western Perry, northwestern Garland, central Yell and northeastern Montgomery counties through 4 p.m. At 3:21 p.m., Doppler radar was tracking strong thunderstorms along a line extending from near Fuchs Valley to 11 miles southeast of Muddy Creek Wildlife Management Area to near Mount Ida. Movement was northeast at 50 miles per hour. Hazard, winds in excess of 40 miles per hour. Source, radar indicated. Impact, gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. Locations impacted include Danville, Ola, Fuchs Valley, Plainview in Yell County, Petit Jean River Wildlife Management Area, Casa, Applin, Berta, Nimrod, Wing, Kingston, Mount Tabor, Fanny, Rover, Sunlight Bay Park, Carter Cove Park, Macedonia in Yell County, Daybury, Mount George, Centerville. If outdoors, consider seeking shelter inside a building.
a tornado watch remains in effect until 9 p.m. for central and western Arkansas. Tornado watch number 1 remains in effect until 9 p.m. for the following counties in Arkansas: Hempstead, Howard, Little River, Montgomery, Pike, Polk, P, O, L, K, Scott and Sevier, and McCurtain, Oklahoma. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail and damaging winds, in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Here are the latest weather conditions at 3 p.m. At Mena, the temperature was 68 degrees. At Mount Ida, light rain and fog were reported. The temperature was 70 degrees. At DeQueen, skies were cloudy. The temperature was 69 degrees. Flooding caused